Ah, ow. Speak.
Ouch.
All right, good.
Yo. We all the way live.
All right. Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 483. I'm your host, Barry.
Co-host Anthony.
And Frank.
And tonight, we're not talking about Christmas. We're talking Christmas.
Christmas in July or March.
Hot down, summer in the city.
Even though it's not summer.
Yeah. Well, it was summer. It just wasn't Christmas
Well, you
in
know.
the summer, which wasn't the summer. All right, whatever. I think everyone understands what we're talking about here. If you've seen the movie. So we have the beautiful Resident Evil 4 demo playing. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I was gonna say yeah. So that was the biggest thing over the past weekend was the RE4 demo. That we as soon as we ended the show, there was a Twitch ad that was leaked that rolled. And it was funny because even after the show, we were talking a little bit too, and it still didn't leak after that. And then as soon as we got off, and it wasn't anything special, it just confirmed what we just said in the show,
right?
That it was going to be shown the next day. But I just still think that it was funny. And then me and Perry ended up covering the Capcom thing, which was, it was good because we got what we wanted. The demo happened. We were also just kind of making jokes and stuff in the beginning, and it was funny. So we did that. But yeah, RE4 demo, and everyone's been playing it, and there's secrets and Easter eggs and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of the demo?
I found the TMP, and I'm whooping that ass. And the trainer came out like 4 hours after the demo came out, so that was cool. I like it. I think it's great. I think finally Resident Evil is modernized, Resident Evil 4. And it's about time because I'm so sick of playing the original. I'm done with that game. This is my new go-to for RE4.
Yeah, I mean it definitely has. I think it has a lot of people excited because it has different mechanics that Leon can do, especially with the parry and the stealth kills and the roundhouse kicks and everything. And it was just it just plays really smooth. I mean, I think it's the smoothest thing that we got so far, as far as how they're handling all the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. And I just think that it runs really well. I was playing on a Series X, and that's what I pretty much streamed it on.
Apparently, it's the best version so far because it has VRR.
Right. So a lot of people
higher
were
textures. PlayStation doesn't have that.
Yeah. So a lot of people
want Vaseline? You smear it on your screen.
Yeah, I didn't get that, but I did. Yeah, I played on the Series X, and I streamed it for about 6 hours the other day, just doing the hard mode, trying to do the hard mode, and I at least got one, the Mad Chainsaw mode, which would appear randomly as you would leave and start, and then by the end of the weekend, people found out a old cheat code which doesn't really exist anymore. So I thought that was a cool throwback on Capcom's part, is to put in a code to unlock the mode every time. And what do you get? Nothing. You just get a thank you for playing, but you get a Dr. Salvador Chainsaw Man that is a lot more violent and fast. He has a white mask on and everything, and he has a silver chainsaw. It looks like it's on fire, not on fire, but it looks like there's lava. It just looks over dramatic. And you can fight two of them if you time it right, but obviously the enemies are aggressive, and it's a very very hard mode. But that was, again, Easter eggs. It's cool. The TMP was discovered as well. If you discard all your weapons before you enter the village, the main circle, the underground passage is there with the TMP, with more ammo as well. So little things. By the time I got back from Monster Mania, people found out a couple different things, which is cool. There's still apparently the key in the demo confirmed. It's in there. Nobody's found it yet. But apparently it's in there. So we don't really know what's going on with that. But I like the fact that this demo just, it obviously came out a little bit close to release. So I know there's some people that are just kind of like waiting until it comes out at this point, which is fine. But I think if everyone played it, I think a lot of people did enjoy what they gave us, And if you like the original over it, then that's cool. If you like the remake, then there you go. That's why it's there. It's like the original's always there, just like all the other games that are getting remade like that. So, but yeah, I think it was a solid demo overall, and it's cool that they added Easter eggs in there, kind of like RE7, where they kept updating stuff.
Well, we got Liquor Sandwich, who's a member of this channel in the chat room. How you doing, man? He's been testing some graphic settings with me when I was testing the PC version earlier today. We got ACR in here, and we got Richard in here. What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Let's get those likes up and let's get in the room. The Alchemist is here. He's the big winner in Clay Fighter the other day. It's VB is here, known as Trainwreck. He's here. What is going on?
Very beautiful.
It's very beautiful that he's here.
Yes, it is. So I tested the demo out on.
I did on the Series S. And it ran
Yeah,
fine.
I did the Series S, the Series X, and my 2 computers. I mean, it runs fine. Like, if all you have is a Series S, you could get away with it. Like, it's definitely doable. Obviously, the Series X is the best, and the computer was the best, but
we got Dreadpool
either way,
in the chat. How you doing, Dreadpool?
What's up?
I told you the Xbox version ran better. Go ahead.
They made this game scalable, and this is exactly how developers should be treating games, because it runs on a variety of hardware. Like, well, it's not like, oh, on the Series S it's a piece of crap. It's like I ran all the way on my 4070 and a Series S, and it's like it's still scalable. So people should take notes.
So Frank,
of this.
Liquor Sandwich has a question. How did it run on the 4070 Ti?
So I only have 2 1080p monitors hooked up to this thing, and I cranked it to max. So I was getting like 1080p, like 200 and change frames. You could bump it down to 120, and it would stay at a stable 120. I tried to go for 240 because these do 240, but it was a little bit too, with hair stranding on and everything. It wouldn't hit 240.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put that on. You're supposed to take that off.
Yeah. I just wanted to like max this thing out, but 1080 120, no problem. I bet you could do 4K 120, no problem. Like this thing is a champ. It was fine. I just boosted everything to max, and it was like running fine. So,
well, on the 3080, I put it on 4K 120, and it was all right. It was playing all right, but it wasn't streaming at 60 FPS because I do shadow play and then I used OBS. I don't know why. It just wasn't outputting properly when I was streaming. But I have the 3070, brand new in the box, that I might throw in the old Threadripper. I did try it on a dual SLI 1080 Ti setup here in the Threadripper. And, it goes up to 4K, 60 hertz.
wow.
So it doesn't run like the best, but it was running. It was impressive. It was actually pretty impressive. But I think I'm going to take those cards out and put the 3070 in. Just be done with it. I went and got a 3070 at Best Buy in Cortland. They had one left, so I was like, I'm just going to go get it. That was it. What were you saying?
That's probably worth the upgrade if you're gonna stream other games on it too. Just gotta decide. But
Trainwreck says he tested on the Steam Deck. It ran okay, but lots of graphical glitches.
I did too, and yeah, so it will run, but there's like black artifacting all around Leon. Like it's just not there. I'm sure they're gonna fix it. They
cel shaded him.
No, I think it's just because it's the demo and it's shadow drop, but they're gonna. I'm sure that when the game comes out, it's gonna run. But even on my 1070, I was getting 1440 60, like, and it was okay. So you could definitely, no matter what you have, you could probably run this thing in some playable capacity. I mean, you have to have something halfway decent, but it doesn't have to be brand new.
So that's
So.
that guy that looks at you out the window and then he walks away in the demo, Anthony. I'm gonna send you. I can't say it on here. I'm gonna send you who that guy exactly looks like.
That's fine.
Kama is here. RWK is here. What is going on, everybody?
What's up?
Guys,
Got a full house tonight here. Let me send Anthony what I think here.
yeah, I'm gonna get the game on Steam, so I will check again once it launches and see if it runs on the Steam Deck. I'll let you guys know how that runs.
There you go. Look at that. That's literally the guy. Look at the face.
That's where he ended up.
That's amazing. That's so accurate.
Next time, look at that. That was the first thing I was thinking when I played the demo, and every time since.
He just looks goofy as hell.
I
like,
just don't
looking
want to
out
say the
window.
name out loud, so there you go.
Yeah.
It's like Beetlejuice, man.
That's funny.
Oh my god, what's up, buddy? How you guys doing? All right, how you doing over there? He said, "Hey guys." Did you play with ray tracing and hair strands on? He just said, "Yeah." The max.
Yeah, with when I did I was doing 1080, 120 with all that on, and it was solid. And then, like I said, I tried to get up to 200. It got around the high twos, like a little over 200, but it wouldn't go to 240 at that with that settings on. It was just too much for it. But yeah, I mean 1080, 120. You could probably do 4K 60 with everything. Maybe 4K 120. I'm not sure, but
I got 4K 60 with everything on the 3080.
yeah, so I'm sure you could do it on this one.
Or it was 4K 120 with everything on. And it ran fine on my end. But for the stream, for whatever reason, it wasn't outputting at 60. I don't know. Who the hell knows? CV Mac is back. The road to Resident Evil 4 continues. Oops, wrong channel. The road to WrestleMania, man. This is where the guy Anthony stole it from.
We are on the road to
I didn't even think
WrestleMania.
about that.
We're on the road to WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes is going to be champion.
Ugh.
Yeah, it ran good on the Series X. That's what I played it on.
Yeah, you got
Mostly.
that VRR, right? Well, PlayStation doesn't have that right now for the game.
Yeah, I mean, I got the well, I guess we can talk about this right while we're on it. Like, we all got our emails. Like, we are apparently getting our collector's editions.
Yeah.
So that is an update for you. That did happen like a few days ago. And obviously a lot more people got their, stuff canceled in the last week. So
They were
sorry if that happened.
and canceled.
This is what I will be doing. So basically, I won an extra collector's edition from Capcom.
How did you win it?
Because so they were doing a thing through the creators thing where if you submitted a playthrough of you beating the demo on hard mode, it puts you in like this raffle.
And you won the raffle?
I got one, so I'm going to do a giveaway kind of like I did before and try to give it away to obviously someone who got their shit canceled. And I'm going to give back to the fans, obviously, because now that I know I got mine, all things
so they have
considered.
enough to give them away, but they don't have enough to fulfill the pre.
Yeah, they were giving
How
away.
many people actually submitted, though? That you won the
I
raffle?
don't know, actually. That's a good question. I didn't see all the
batch.
submissions.
It
but,
probably wasn't even a raffle. It was like, all right, whoever sends this shit in, just give them one.
That's kind of what it was, and I think they probably knew, like, okay, a lot of people got screwed over with theirs. So I was like, okay, well, at the time of record or trying to get it, I didn't know for sure if I was getting my collector's edition. But now that I know, I don't know when they're gonna, send it. But I'm basically gonna, do a giveaway and figure it out. I DM the person my information on Discord, so that is good news. That's one good thing to come out of the creators thing. So I'm gonna try to give it away. KMMA won the one last year, obviously. Carlos Cruz got the other one. So, but obviously this year I won't be giving away two collector's editions. It'll just be one. But you know, it's just something to give back because a lot of people, a lot of regular viewers lost their shit, unfortunately. So
Yeah, well, that's
try to
their
give
problem. Throw it
give
up
it
on
back.
eBay, Anthony. Get some money. Give back to the fans that want to pay for
Yeah, right.
it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to even deal with eBay at this point. So if I can get it for free, and I can, just give it to someone else.
Maybe I can have it for free.
What are they going for over there? Anybody check lately?
I heard 600.
Probably a lot. They're gonna be rare. Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, let's see if any sold.
Well, the problem is that people that have it on there don't even know if they're gonna get theirs yet. I mean, maybe now if they have they would have to post a picture of the confirmation email.
They're selling for over 525, 509.
So I
So-
bought it from CD Keys today, and I was logged into CD Keys. I saw my little icon, so I bought it. Whatever. Well, CD Keys, I wasn't really logged in, so now it's not on my account, and I have to wait for them to email me the code on the 24th. And I'm like, come on, man! I thought it was logged in.
That's annoying.
So I got the deluxe edition for $50. Screw your $70. I really wish it was available everywhere. I would have bought it for PS5 and Xbox.
Oh, yeah, the collector's edition. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's
I'm
just stuck in that shitty GameStop loophole.
This deluxe edition is digital only.
So we'll see.
You
I
gotta
mean,
get used to digital, my guys. It's gonna happen sooner than you think. We're already ready for it. We're ready.
yeah, I mean, yeah. As far as the collector's editions, we did get our emails, and apparently it's going to be shipping out. So we just got to get our stuff ready and situated. And then, as far as live streaming it, I'll be probably, trying to go live on the Thursday, for the 24-hour stream. That's still the plan. But
This Thursday, tomorrow?
a week from tomorrow, that's the plan.
We're already almost there. Holy crap.
We're already almost there. So yeah, as it kind of winds down,
Tomorrow? Did you all see my messages on the Capcom stream? No, because I wasn't watching a Capcom stream. What Capcom stream was last night?
Are you talking about the one that was last week? I
He
mean,
said the night of the Capcom stream, not
Yeah.
last night.
What message are you? How am I supposed to remember a message from like a week ago?
He has
well,
literally
also
a week ago.
if it was in that chat room, there was like a lot. There's almost 300 people in the chat room, so it's not like we could catch everything that was coming through. We also had what was it, Bubba Ray Dudley on the these bring out the tables and shit. That was funny.
I forgot about that guy till you just mentioned it.
We got a couple comments. People were like, "Yo, you guys were killing me in the beginning. It was so funny." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really know what that was about. Obviously, like, we saw some more Resident Evil Death Island, and then they showed the demo, and then they showed Exoprimal, and then they showed
Which is free in Game Pass, they announced. Not at that show, but the day out, or later that night.
Yep.
They announced, hey, Exo, and we were like, yeah, because this game is dead on arrival.
Yeah, I mean, for a Game Pass game to just try it out, you might as well just try it out.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, then you just
They
move
knew
on.
nobody was going to buy that game.
Yeah.
They knew it. If it's on Game Pass, it's got a chance to get some sort of a following.
Some people can at least check it out, and I'm sure it'll run and look pretty good on their engine because it runs off the RE engine. So, like, I'm sure the visuals will be there. As far as like the replay value and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. It looks like an old Xbox One game.
It just doesn't really I just don't really see how, a PvP in that way is really going to keep me like invested. It's just not. It's just not. I mean, I'm not really into that. I'm already picky when it comes to like, PvP games that I always jump on and play, in multiple sessions. And it's like, I can only do so much in terms of like if it's first person or if it's, third person, whatever it is. But this just seems like it's, not really for me. And again, I don't know what's going on with their other IP, Pragmata, which is like their new game that they announced, but they delayed until I think next year. So maybe we'll see something with that. And then you got Street Fighter. They got Street Fighter in June, so that's still coming out.
I might check that out. I don't know, man. I'm a big Street Fighter guy, but I don't even know what I was
I'm gonna
looking
try
at.
to check it out if I can at least get not like a.
I've been talking
I'll
to
just-
Abo privately about Street Fighter.
Yeah, because I'll see if I can at least get a code or something for Street Fighter. That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
give me the code.
Yeah, I'll be like, here you go.
They're gonna make like 25 editions anyway. I have to freaking pick up.
Yeah, exactly.
Jamion is here. So when I was trying to find the demo Microsoft Store, I kept glitching and would crash. Before I went, I saw the game called Resident Evil Project Wesker HD, and was an OG Wesker. It's probably some third-party game somebody made.
Yeah, it's probably a third-party game. I think I remember you saying something about it crashing, but I didn't have any problems with my Xbox crashing. In fact, I've played the demo for I don't even know about how many hours at this point, and I've experienced no crashing on my Series X. But that's just from my
I got
angle.
no crashing.
Yeah.
Street Fighter looks weird. Yeah, it does. I don't even know who's on the cover. Is that Ken?
Yeah, I mean, they also speaking of Street Fighter, they showed that at the event too. It was just kind of like a, they were just kind of going over the releases. Obviously, the main two coming up is RE4 and Street Fighter. Those are like the next two in the next few months. Then Exoprimal is I think in July. Yeah, so they got their summer, they got their spring and summer pretty much set out, and then we'll see what happens with the RE4 Mercenaries mode, because that is going to be free DLC. It's just not going to launch with the game, which kind of sucks because it should be with the game, but it's not. But whatever. Hopefully, I mean, it's free, but hopefully they add it sooner than later, because I always loved the Mercenaries mode in RE4. It was like one of my favorites. But we got the demo out of the showcase, so that was really the biggest thing. We got off the air last week. We knew once the ads rolled and people knew about it the night before that, we just had to get on here and cover it. So that was like the first kind of bit of news that came from the Thursday, which was already a week ago. And then I did Monster Mania on the weekend, and that was good. Undertaker sold out the show on Friday, and he looks like an old man, and that's about it.
Nobody cares about him anymore.
That reminds me.
Jamion says, can't stay for long. Gotta be up early for a doctor's appointment for the cat. Well, good luck to you and the cat.
Yeah, good luck.
And apparently the FTC wants Microsoft's entire future plan. How are they supposed to know their entire future plan?
Well, they put their next project whatever hardware, and they redacted it.
Are you kidding me? For real. They're buying a freaking game publisher. You know what I mean? All this for that?
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
A waste of time and money.
They're really trying anything to stop it, but it's just not going to work.
It's going to go through, and that's it.
It's definitely going
There's
through.
Too many people that got too much money involved. You got people's livelihoods and jobs on the line here.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen one way or the other. So
yeah, I don't know. I just think that as this kind of unfolds and we see more of this kind of continue to jump between week to week, it just makes me want it to be over with more and more. It's like come on.
One day they're winning, one day they're not winning. The next day they got a huge win. The next day they get a huge blow. The next day they're on top of the world and they're going to close next week. Just whatever, man. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I agree.
Waking up every day and it's different news. Crazy.
It's not gonna go on forever. At some point, they're gonna run out of stuff, and it's just gonna be it. We're just gonna know what happens.
Microsoft, they'll be all right. They got plenty of people in plenty high places to get this deal done. It'll be all right. All right, go ahead.
Speaking of that, they made deals with two random cloud companies. They're not random, but for 10-year deals that they'll also be able to stream Call of Duty.
That's asking them for it. If you call up tomorrow and say, we want a 10-year deal, they'll hand it to you.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know how we're going to pay them for it, but...
Yeah,
they're giving the deals out like candy because they want the FTC and the CMA and all these crazy people to say, hey, you know what? how are they going to be exclusive to the brand when they're sharing this with everybody? That's Microsoft just saying, "Hey, we don't even care. We want money."
Exactly.
So
One of the companies was the ones that put the control on Switch Cloud. It's like that company.
they want
So
to
they're like,
be they want to be in the mobile division. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they don't care at this point. They don't even care about the consoles. They just want to be in mobile, and they'll do anything they can to get in the mobile because that's where all the money's going to be
And
eventually
at the
down the
and
line.
even though they're making deals with these guys, they're still gonna get money. They're not just gonna be like, oh, you can have Call of Duty for free over here. Like they still gotta pay up, like you
No,
said.
the
Like,
more people they give this to, the more money they make, and
yeah,
that's the
so
whole
they don't
point.
care. They'll sign deal like you said, they'll sign deals with anybody because it's money. It's extra money.
Yeah, Sony's in big trouble. They're gonna have to figure something out because they got to prepare for the future. If not, they're gonna get left behind.
It's gonna
It's
be
what
really
we've been
bad if
saying
everyone
for
else.
about a year now. No one believed us. We're like, yeah, Sony's gonna get in trouble, man. Oh no, they're selling PlayStations 400%. Yeah, what happens in the
Today,
future?
yeah, today that's the model. But in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, is that gonna be the
I
model
don't think they'll
anymore?
be around in 10 years.
Me neither.
I think PlayStation's gonna be wrapped up before 10 years. Microsoft's gonna pimp out Call of Duty and Candy Crush. Yeah, hell yeah.
Candy Crush is going to be on everything you could ever. It already is, but just imagine it anywhere else. You'll see it. It's going to come built into TVs. Like it's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, for the most part. No PlayStation 9. Yeah, like that commercial. Remember that? That dumb commercial?
Ugh.
When somebody told me that was a commercial, I was like, man, you're full of crap. There's no PlayStation 9 commercial, and there sure was.
PlayStation 9.
There might be a Pro for the 5, but I don't know. If they do that, man, we're screwed.
They're trying to extend this generation as long as possible. So
Yeah, I don't
to
even
do what
know
they
anymore,
can.
man. They got to stop with these machines. It took them forever to get these machines out. Now they're like, oh, yeah, we want to do an upgrade. You don't need one. You needed one last time, but not this time.
I think all the rumors around this is really the diskless, the one that we've been talking about, the Slim. I think people are misconstruing that hardware for new hardware, and it's like
I don't know, man. They're saying that there's a Pro out there.
we'll see.
The PS9 commercial was promoting the PS2, yeah. The PS3 almost made sure there wasn't a PS9. uh,
I don't know. I
good
don't want
old
to buy
Sony.
another console, but
I don't even use the
we're
ones that
gonna
I
do it.
have. The
I
one I
know.
bought for downstairs, I just have it. I downloaded the games on it, and we didn't even play it. We're playing Nintendo on the Switch, which, by the way, got a couple of games tonight. Is it tonight or
Yeah.
next week?
I think they came out tonight. I saw somebody streaming them already.
Okay.
They got Kirby's Dream Land 2 for Game Boy, which is an awesome game. Everyone should play that. Burger Time Deluxe, Side Pocket for Super Nintendo, and Xevious for NES. So,
Yeah, Clue.
the
Clue is better than anything on PS5. Come on. Dreadpool. We really don't need pros yet. I agree.
no, not at all.
They're not even utilizing the friggin' hardware in any of these machines.
Nope.
Yeah, let's make a pro.
Sony
It-
did announce more games for their
Yeah, I heard Siphon Filter on PSP.
Dark Mirror.
No Logan's Run yet, huh?
Not yet.
And they did Ridge Racer Type 4 for PS1, Ape Academy 2 for PSP. Did you see the picture of that Wario posted?
No.
In Ape Academy, the guy was named PPSSP, like the emulator. It's like, dude, you're so blatantly like obvious that you're using this emulator. Like they probably just used the emulator and threw it on there.
What we need is graphics cards that don't cost over $1,500. Yeah, I heard that Redfall is targeting the 40 series cards. And it's like, what about the people with the 30 series cards?
that spent over
You're making
$1,000.
people not want to build a computer anymore.
It's just too expensive.
So if you get Redfall and they're targeting the 40 cards, I gotta go out and buy a 40 card for $800, $1,500. Come on, man. The PC gaming is like getting screwed up here. All these newer games are supporting these newer cards.
They gotta chill out with that because it's already too expensive now. Half my computer was the graphics card, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
They also are finally putting Uncharted for
I
PS5
saw
on that
that.
service.
That's finally like they're finally adding something that they're still charging like $50 for.
Does Best Buy accept used GPUs? I don't think so, but you could try their website. Their website does trade-ins too.
You have to see.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to sell that thing online or something.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's a year later and we're finally getting like some decent stuff on this PlayStation shit.
You call that decent? It's 2 games. We should have had all these games day one on that service.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Can
though.
you
Like,
imagine if Game Pass was still putting first party titles on there to this day?
Oh yeah,
No
they
one
wouldn't
would
hear
be
the
sold.
end
Oh
of it.
yeah, we just got Gears of War 3 in 2023. No, they had that stuff already lined up. They were like, you know what? We're launching this with all of our stuff.
Yeah, here it's like it shouldn't take this long to even get this many PS1 games.
PlayStation,
Like, that
if
should have
they
already
had their
been
whole
on there.
catalog that they had on the PS3 on there, day one, forget it. Everyone would have been all over that, but they didn't.
No one knows how to do a service except Xbox. Like even Nintendo, they have the stuff and they just don't do it right. It's like they're starting to, but
Well, they
it's
make you
taking
wait
long.
too because they don't want you to
Right.
unsub. But it's like, hey, don't you realize if you have everything, more people are going to sub?
Yeah. You can't play all the games in one night.
No
and
one's going to
unsub.
say,
It's
"Ooh,
like,
Kirby Dream Land 3, I'm going to subscribe tomorrow." Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, there's some games that don't have that
Kirby
power
Dream
to
Land 2,
go-
whatever it is.
like no one's gonna sub for that. Now they might sub for Metroid whatever, but they're not, or Pokemon. They're not gonna sub for these little games. You might as well just throw them all on there. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Siphon Filter Dark Mirror, I like to replay. It's been years, but I never played a PSP. Like, how does a PSP game run on there? Has anyone played it?
Yeah, it just plays on their TV instead of the handheld.
But is it like shitty emulation for the PSP? Like,
Yes and no.
Probably uses that same emulator. Like I was saying.
Probably uses the same one. They stole the emulators. Didn't they make that game on PS2 though?
they did, but they're
Maybe
putting
they'll
on the
put that up.
PSP version.
Well, maybe I'll just wait for the PS2 one then. Eventually, it'll probably go up.
The PSP version's the uncensored version. That's the one that's rated M.
What?
Yeah.
You never played a PSP, Anthony? No, he has a PSP.
I had a PSP for a few years. It was one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite handheld machine ever. And then Nick, got it stolen, and that was the end of it.
He
So,
got it stolen.
He still owes you one.
yeah, you're not supposed to bring handhelds like that in school, because if kids see that you have that shit, it's over. I never brought it to school because I knew better, but he would bring it, and it wasn't ours anyway. It was mine, but it was one of those things where, I never got a PSP after that, and I always wanted one back because I would have decked it out. I would have got the PS1 games on there. Like, I was gonna try to, at least hang on to it, and then I never got the Vita. Even though my friends got it and the OLED screen looked great. So eventually I'll probably get one and hack it and do all that stuff. But it's been years. And Dark Mirror and Liberty City Stories was probably one of my favorites. Monster Hunter on there as well. Watching movies on the PSP. I don't know. I had a good time with the PSP. I miss it. But it kind of got taken from me. So I was like, no, I'll never play this again.
I still have Freddy vs. Jason on PSP. UMD.
I have Dawn of the Dead. I have Dawn of the Dead in a remake box, and the douchebag behind the counter put in the fucking the original, which is fine because that's how I found out about the original. But
It's
I
not what
was
you
like,
pay
"What is
for, man.
this?" I'm looking on the back. I'm like, "This doesn't look like 2003." You know, I'm like trying to like figure it out. I was so confused, and I still have that. And then I think I have Apocalypse on Resident Evil Apocalypse on PSP.
They did that with me with at CEX when I was with Frank. There was this movie called Sleep Stalker. It was like a ripoff of Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah, I remember
And they
this
put
movie.
Sleepwalkers in the friggin' case. It's a vampire movie. I'm like, why is there some blonde lady in the vampire? Like, that's not what.
Yeah, that's not what this is supposed to be.
So
Like,
I eventually bought it a couple of years ago, actually, from like Amazon used. I don't even know
and
where
you're
the
like,
hell it
that's the
is.
one that I bought from the.
Yeah, I got it. I don't know where I put it. So it's in the house somewhere. But I got Sleepwalkers. I threw that out. Or I threw it in the shredder over here. I don't even know.
Yeah, that's it was cool. I mean, the concept of that was really cool. You know, I remember walking into GameStop and I saw the PSP on display and I was playing the game and I was like, this kind of reminds me of Siphon Filter. And I looked up and it said Siphon Filter Dark Mirror only on PSP. And I was like, I gotta get one. Like, I have to. And that was it. You know, I was hooked.
Well, what are our first topics?
But we
Oh,
talked
we've
about
already gotten through
Capcom
some
and
of
all
them.
that stuff. Yeah, the demo's good. It comes out next week. So that's it with Capcom.
What do we got, Frank?
So, to no one's surprise, the Suicide Squad game is delayed, which
Oh yeah,
I don't think they could fix it, but they're gonna damn well try.
yeah.
So, good luck to
Just
them with
cancel the
that.
game. The game looks like shit, man.
That's really like one of those things where they know they're screwed. Like, what are they gonna do? How can you fix it? It's too late.
You can't fix it.
No, they went in a direction that
The
nobody
only way they
wants,
could
and that's
fix
it.
that is if they make it free to play. And then just hope to God that somebody plays the freaking game.
That's what they should have done with Avengers, but they didn't do that. So
Well,
we'll see.
eventually they did because it was on Game Pass.
Yeah, that's true. Eventually they did. That's what if I was them right now,
And
I'd
then
be
they shut it
calling up.
down a year later.
I'd be calling up the services and I'd be like, "Yo, who wants this right now?" Because
Dude, if
we're
I was
dead.
Warner Brothers, I would look at the developer and be like, why'd you make this game?
Yeah,
We can't even sell this game. Everyone online saying they're not going to buy it.
it's like they can't just make a good like Spider-Man nailed superhero games. Just do that, but with the Suicide Squad. Why is it so hard? No one can do it.
It's not that they can't, they just don't want to.
Yeah, they want to
They
make
wanna-
these like service games, and it's like no,
Can't do it.
it's not, no. Those games don't translate to that. So, but we don't know when it's coming out now. There's no added information, so
You get
whatever.
a delay, and you get a delay, and everyone gets a delay, says Jamie on.
We got footage of the RoboCop game, which got pushed to
It looks
September.
like a 2001 first-person Max Payne game.
Yeah,
It looks horrible. I'm still gonna check it out, but I ain't buying it.
no, I'm gonna check it out on PC or whatever when it
Yeah.
leaks.
When it got cracked, like the 2K23 John Cena. Oh yeah, right.
Did that
It's up.
happen? Oh, okay. Very cool. So yeah, that
You can't see
RoboCop
me.
game. You can't buy this.
You know they put an invisible John Cena in the game. It's like, come on, guys, this is
I
stupid.
can't.
You realize that the kids that grew up watching Cena have kids now?
Actually, you're right. You're absolutely right. My brother-in-law, he's younger than me, and he grew up watching him. So
And he's got kids.
yeah, he does. That's really funny.
There you go. That's how old John Cena is.
He had a John Cena poster on his wall when he was a little kid. Oh my god. But
And
yeah,
John Cena still dresses like a little kid.
he never grew up,
Embarrassing.
and now he's bald. So figure that out.
Oh,
Did
now
you check
now
out?
he needs a baseball cap.
Yeah, then he's not wearing it when he needs it. Did you check that game out yet or no?
I got it, but I didn't install it yet.
I gotta see. Maybe I'll check it out at some point. Um, so you guys did the Capcom thing. Allegedly, Resident Evil 4 is out in the wild somewhere, the remake. So,
I can't find it.
we cannot seem to
Yeah.
find it, but it
It's
is
been out
there.
I'm
a while
looking
since
and I
we,
can't find it.
I checked too on some of the places. I was like, let me just see for these guys if it's there, but it's not there.
It ain't there.
No. So if you want to, I don't even think there's spoilers because it's an old game. But if you want to know what
The
happens, I
game
guess
is
you can find
20
out.
years old. Breaking news: Leon lives. Resident Evil 6 happens.
Yeah, I mean it's not hard to find out what happened. Now, how about those costumes? We didn't talk about that. What do you
Oh,
guys think
yeah.
of
They
that?
added Avril Lavigne
They
to the game today,
they
which
showed
had a
off
million
Ashley's.
memes on Twitter today. I saw.
Yeah, it's emo Ashley, and yeah,
That's not emo. That's punk rock.
well, you know what I mean. It's pretty much punk rock skater Ashley,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
it's. I mean, I kind of miss the cowboy outfit. You know, that would
Cowboy.
have been fine. But you know,
Assless chaps, Leon.
yeah, the assless chaps. You know, or her knight armor that would make loud clanking noise all the time while you're playing the game, which is always
I
annoying.
want to play as Motoro in RE4 remake.
Yeah,
Just kick everybody all the time.
Yeah, imagine
You know,
kicking the villagers.
People already modded the demo. I saw they put like stuff in
yeah.
it.
They put
They
like
put
hunk in there,
Oh,
and they
did.
did like other stuff. Yeah, so like again, it's one of those things where I think the costumes are, you know, I think they're just kind of there.
It's Stevie Mac. I was in a random chat channel, and got banned because I said Leon survives at the end.
Are you serious? Are people really that stupid?
The game ends. Game over.
I like the costume. I think they're goofy. Fun says Liquor Sandwich. AAA Gamer says spoilers. How you doing, AAA Gamer? The romantic costumes are straight out of Devil May Cry. Yeah, I know. They got one.
Yeah.
You can play as the villain guy.
Yeah,
From
I don't know. I
DLC.
mean, some of the special costumes can be hit or miss, you know, but yeah, it's the Avril Lavigne of Ashley. So there you go.
I
If you want
saw the
Avril
memes
Lavigne
today, and I
Ashley,
was like, "Where's this from?" And they're like, "Nope, that's the final costume reveal." I was like, "Oh man."
yeah. Yeah, so if you got the deluxe edition, you get it. If you got your
Mandatory
GameStop edition, you
costume for
got it.
Leon. What the hell is this guy talking? Yes, give him hind legs. Make him a centaur,
Yes.
please.
Someone needs to
Twin
mod the
Grim, what's
cow
up?
into a bull that attacks Leon because I feel
Yeah.
bad for that cow. So he needs to fight back a little bit.
Yeah.
You see,
I
what
don't know.
the trainer should do is give the cow infinite health, so the
So he
cow is
runs
just
around
running on
and
fire
lights
forever.
Yeah, he lights everyone on fire.
Yeah. That's
I
bullshit,
was
man. You just walk into the room and the light falls on him and lights him on fire.
Yeah, it's sad. The poor
Where the
cow.
other game is you have to shoot the light on him.
So sometimes you can run through and you still have to shoot it. Because there's been a few times where I ran through and it fell down
I
automatically.
ran.
And then there was a time where you can't you can't shoot it because it just falls already. But then if you actually shoot it down, sometimes it falls and sometimes it doesn't. It's random.
Speaking of Iran, you
So
should put the Iron Sheik in the game. Mod him
yeah,
in.
Imagine that.
he's in there.
What if you have to save him instead of the daughter or whatever?
I don't know
He's
how
like
Leon's
cursing
gonna
and
lift him.
yelling and screaming the whole way.
He's like a little schoolgirl the whole time. I don't know how long we got to wait for Mercs. I mean, that could be 3 months. It could be a month. I
Is
mean,
that
I
not
don't know.
launching with the game?
No, it's going to be free DLC. So there's
you
that.
know.
Nowadays, you don't get New Game Plus on day one. You don't get Mercenaries on day one. I mean, You're gonna get New Game Plus on Resident Evil. But...
You know what I don't understand about New Game Plus? Oh yeah, we'll launch it in a couple of weeks. Why? I'm not playing this game in a couple of weeks. I'm playing this game the first weekend, and I'm done with it.
Yeah, you gotta have
like
everything
God of
there.
War Ragnarok. Oh yeah, well, we dropped New Game Plus, and 2 months later, it's like everyone's done with that game.
Well, it's same thing like the Mercenaries. Like the Mercenaries was a mode that is given to you in the original when you beat the game. It's like a reward.
Right.
And you can go through it and then unlock everything. And then if you got a 5-star on all the maps with all the characters, you'd get the hand cannon, which was like an infinite magnum. That's cool. But like, if their idea is like to put it out later to get you to still play the game, it's like, just put it out now.
Right.
Like, it's a mini game. It's not anything crazy. Like, I don't know. You know, because I'm pretty sure, you know, the mini games for Resident Evil 2 remake were out day one. They didn't make you wait for all that stuff. You unlocked it, and that's just how it was. You beat both scenarios, and you unlock the modes. So I don't really know what that's about, to be honest. I don't think they'll do an RE4 Gold. I don't think so. Unless there's a significant add-on, like unless they say, well, I'm sorry, I take that back. Sorry. There will be an RE4 Gold because of Separate Ways. Because if they decide to do Ada down the road... Is
that not in the game either?
We don't know. And again, I don't know because I'm not looking at spoilers. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on YouTube. So I don't know. The review codes are out. People have them. I don't have it, but other people have them. So I'm sure we'll find out shortly if it's in the game or if you beat it, if Separate Ways is in there. That's how it also was in the original. Not on the GameCube version, but PS2 version onward. When you beat the game, you unlock Separate Ways and Mercenaries already in the game. So I don't know what's going on this time. I guess we'll just see what happens. If they decide to, you know, put out Mercenaries with Separate Ways later, that would be your RE4 Gold edition. So I do take that back. There is going to be an RE4 Gold edition, I'm sure. Just don't know when. If they decide to do it like that, especially if we don't see Separate Ways or Mercenaries from day one. But we'll see. We'll find out in a week, right? You know, we're right there. We're a week away. I mean, we're here now. So it's like at this point, everything's going to start coming out and full playthroughs are going to be online before they're allowed. And YouTube allows it. So that's good.
So this footage you're watching is from the dual SLI 1080 Ti's. Looks pretty damn good, huh?
Yeah, it looks good. I was watching you play it on
a graphics
PC
card
the other
from
day.
2017.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should open this 3070. Still on the fence about that.
If you don't plan to stream on PC a lot, then don't do it. But if you're gonna do other games, like I wouldn't open it just for this.
Well, that's why I bought it, just for this. I want to stream the game with the cheat codes, but I want to enjoy it. All right, Jamie, I'll take care, man. Good luck tomorrow.
See ya.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah.
They should have done a chainsaw style controller.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
They said they forgot about it.
They said they thought about it, but they didn't really have time. But that just means that they're just like, yeah, we're done doing stuff like that. But instead, here's collector's editions that you can't get. So there you go.
Just buy a real chainsaw. The day it comes out, get the game.
You do yard work and you can have a chainsaw.
Pick up the game and then go to Home Depot and get a chainsaw. And then you're good. Then chainsaw a copy of the game.
There's literally 2 of those in a plaza, so that there you go. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone over here. Get that chainsaw and fucking do some yard work, and then you can put a potato sack on your head and then play Resident Evil 4. Just like the chainsaw guy.
All right. What do you got?
But
next?
yeah, I think that's it for RE4. So we'll talk about it. I mean, we'll pretty much talk about it not next week, because next week will still be before we all play it. But
right,
we'll talk about it when we play it the following week when we get back on here.
Yeah. This isn't really news, but you reminded me of it. Speaking of controllers,
oh nice.
What is that company called? Retro
Fighters.
Retro Fighters.
Xbox controllers were announced today.
Yes,
wireless.
the Hunter
I'm gonna have
controller.
to get me one of those.
Yeah, and you know what happened? They said, "Oh yeah, it's up for pre-order. Yeah, it's limited edition pre-order." And I'm like, "Come on, man!
Oh my god.
I got to
Yeah.
order 4 of these things now. You know how much money that is? And it doesn't come out till October."
Right.
Rocktober. No.
Yeah, but finally, that's a damn good looking controller. I just
Yeah,
got
that looks
their
awesome.
GameCube controller like
They
recently.
called me, and back in like December when I was going through that stuff at the hospital,
Yeah.
they wanted to send me products and stuff for free, and I just never got back to them. I still have their number, but
Damn.
yeah, they called me. They called.
That'd be cool. Videos.
Retro Fighters called me up, and they're like, "Hey, we want to send you this, and I was like,
To review it?
yeah, they want to send me free product,
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
not because of this place, but because of my job."
Yeah. So you can see
And
how
I
they
was
are.
like, the owner's not here because I was going through a lot of stuff with the hospital. That's when I was going down to the hospital every day. But I never called them back. I should reach out to them again though. They want to send me. They want to send me stuff to see if I want to sell it. So
like samples.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
and then you can do an unboxing and talk about it on the channel. It's like kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm gonna pay for these for sure because that's crazy, right? Wireless.
I would
original
request
Xbox
one, man. I would just email them and be like, "Hey, I just heard
Hey, I'm calling
heard
you
that
back
you're
4 months later. I want one of those Xbox remotes."
I didn't know you were gonna
Yeah.
have those.
Yeah, just be like, "Hey, like you reached out." No, just be like, "Hey, you reached out a few months ago for some samples or whatever." You know, I have obviously the platform for it, like with the shop and everything on top of that, and just I don't know, just send an email and who knows, man. If you get a fucking $45 controller
I got
for
the
free,
phone number with the extension, so I gotta just make that call at some point.
yeah, I don't know, man. You should jump on that because to do what we all do and enjoy gaming and get free
We used
shit,
their
get hooked
brawler
up.
controller for GoldenEye a few years ago.
I remember that. Yeah, that was awesome.
The wired brawlers before the wireless ones came out.
That was even before the
That was when I bought all the
360
Rumble
edition
packs.
came out. That was when you did it on the PC emulator. We were playing GoldenEye on that.
That was
That was 20 like
that was
18
Retro
or
Bit.
19.
That wasn't Retro Fighter. Retro Fighters was the wired brawler. Remember, I had all different colors and I had to buy Rumble packs.
Yep.
Oh,
See?
you got that one? Okay.
Yeah, I just got this. I didn't even really like mess with it that much, but
Wow,
it's
that
pretty
is
cool. It's for the
fucking-
GameCube.
That is awesome.
It comes with USB for like the computer and stuff, and then a GameCube dongle. But it's not bad so far. I mean, I gotta give it some time and see how it really is. But
So tomorrow,
Well-
Frank and I will be unboxing something incredibly insane that he bought me for my birthday.
We didn't have time to do it on the weekend.
Right. And then we had all the snow the last couple days, so he's coming tomorrow night. We're gonna be live.
yeah,
You're gonna check that out. It's gonna be a mystery unboxing, but it's gonna be crazy. He's a crazy man.
everyone come in. It's gonna be fun. I can almost guarantee it's probably something you haven't seen before. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe not.
absolutely.
It's gonna make for a really cool unboxing. So
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, come check it out tomorrow night. It'll be fun.
If you huff enough paint thinner, you could probably think you're in our. Oh man, you
I gotta freeze myself for a
you
week
won't have
or
any
something.
lungs left if you do that.
yeah,
You won't live to see
you'll
the real
turn
game.
into the Las Plagas parasite. So
Ouroboros.
that's next.
Matthew Bonks just found your channel recently, and I'm enjoying you guys' podcast. Keep it up 100%. Thank you so much, Matthew. Appreciate it.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in, and thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you have
It's cool
fun.
to see the algorithm led you to us. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. We're just here to have fun.
Yeah, we're just shooting the shit. I mean, we didn't have a crazy. There's some decent amount of news this past week, but it's been. It was cool that we were actually I don't know, we're getting the games that we wanted to at this point because now we have Resident Evil. For me, this is like the most anticipated release, so it's going to be a good month. And I want to circle back around to Dead Space and Callisto, like do more achievements and stuff like that. But I've been really trying to get into the play more of the I was playing Trivial Pursuit recently on the Xbox. That thing's awesome. So I've been trying to play more
Offline?
of the offline. I didn't play it online. I was just trying to show Callie the
Well,
game.
when you're ready to play online, we'll play.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to jump on with you guys. I know it's been busy, like right after we modded it, it's been like RE4 City over here. But after, these next couple of weeks, I'll definitely be able to have more nights to just jump on and we can play whatever, We can try out Rainbow Six, do shit like that.
You still gotta give me money for that hard drive.
Yeah, just let me know.
All right.
But yeah.
By the way, Anthony, they updated RE4 HD on PC and added a ton of cool stuff. There's Separate Ways Pro mode now. What?
Oh, they have because I don't think the randomizer was for Separate Ways, or at least it wasn't when they did that.
I never played
initial
Separate
mod.
Ways. You want to hear something funny? What was it, 06? Or was 05? I was working at Best Buy in Yonkers. And I got my paycheck. I think it was the day before Christmas Eve or whatever, or it was Christmas Eve. I got SmackDown vs. Raw 06 with Cena and Batista on the cover. And I got Resident Evil 4 for PS2 because I had it on GameCube already. And I bought it just to play Separate Ways because it's not on the GameCube. I still have that Resident Evil 2, that Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation 2 in my basement right now, sealed.
Damn.
Almost 20 years later, I still haven't opened that stupid thing.
How much does that
That's
go for?
arguably the
nothing.
worst. That's the worst edition of RE4.
Yeah.
Just because the load times and it looks like
And
shit.
the text was like stretched out.
Yeah, it's really bad. And for a while, like I was even saying, man, why am I?
I think
why
they
am I
took
playing
the
this?
widescreen bars off of that one too.
I remember reading in the magazines back then that the GameCube one looked better, and I didn't understand why. I was like, why does the PS2 look worse? This came out later, but then I would essentially find myself only playing that to play Separate Ways, and then I would jump back to the GameCube because it just looked better on my CRT back then. Separate Ways, it's not worth.
I've never
playing
played
that.
it. I never played Separate Ways.
Do you have
The
the black
Ubisoft-
label?
Yes.
Oh, it goes for like 130 sealed.
What?
Yeah, and someone sold it for 70 sealed. Depends, but
The
that's
one, the Ubisoft PC port, I do remember that Liquor Sandwich. That is a bad one as well. That's probably just as bad. But here's the thing: at least those load times like work. On the PS2, it was really bad, and it looked muddy and just like I was like, why does it look like this? I just didn't get it back then.
PlayStation
But I was
2 used their own proprietary stuff.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 was when they started using kind of tech stuff, but still their proprietary cell processor.
Right. It's like, and then, I remember I said this on the show the one time, like when I went into a GameStop and played Spider-Man 2 on an Xbox on their kiosk, and I was like, holy shit. Like you saw the difference. Yeah. And then I remember the chick at the counter was like, yeah, the Xbox edition just blows the PS2 out of the water. The graphics are just on another level. And then I remember looking and I was like, damn, like this is a completely different, this is a 180 here. And I have that now on the Xbox that you put on there. So I want to check it out on the Xbox for the first time because I grew up playing it on the PS2, but when you can play it on the Xbox with how smooth that runs, you can't really deny that that's the definitive way. So it worked out. But back then, it's just like you see these little things. And then I remember when I got it for 360 years later, because when I started the channel and I did a Let's Play on RE4, it was just like the GameCube version, because that's basically like, that was like my favorite back then. But now I remember in 2011, that's when they put out the 720p editions. And that was like the next step of like, oh man, this looks a little bit better, but it still looked like, blurry and just like what have you. But I don't know. I'll have to check out the new mods. I did hear that there's some other like hard mode mods that are also new enemies and new maps that people made, like just like crazy ass mods. I was looking into checking those out too. So I'll see if I can get them running. But
All right, what do you got next, Frank?
When is that? What is that PS2 HDMI thing coming soon?
The PS2
That's
digital is coming this year,
that's gonna be so
and they
crazy.
yeah,
kind of
that's
announced the
gonna be
models that it works with.
Oh, I gotta see if mine works. I have two.
Well, what
I have
sucks
two
is
fat boys and a slim line.
okay. Well, if you have like a 7,000 series slim, which is I think the final version is a 9,000 series, then you should be fine. But
I
and
have
the
to
fat
look.
ones, there's certain fat ones that work and don't work. This is what sucks because the guy released the list now before this thing's even out, and people are scalping the crap out of those machines now.
Ah,
So good luck. It's like the PS1 when they did all that. There's only two models for the PS1 digital. Did you
They
grab
had
the
the.
N64 thing?
I did. I
You
was
got it?
order zero. I was order number 0.
Wow.
It was 220.
So
But
I will tell you where to have that installed, and then you're all set.
yeah, I've been wanting to do that since like 2012. Like when I was like, I was like, why does the N64 look so bad? I was looking at SCART cables back then. I was like, what do I do? So I just went for it. I was like, screw it. I'm modernizing all these systems so I could just get it over
So
with.
you
And
got the final batch of the N64 digital that's going to include RGB.
yep,
Not that
I
that
just,
matters because you're using HDMI anyway, but
I just went for it. I was like, whatever, because
that's the problem. These companies are making. I mean, it's not even these companies. Literally, it's people, random people, just making these like adapters and stuff like that. It's not even an adapter. You solder it to the machine, but the parts are becoming like they're not making these parts anymore. So the next run of the N64 digital aren't going to have RGB on the board. If you wanted to do RGB, you would have the option between HDMI and RGB. Obviously, you're buying it for HDMI, but
having the choice is nice.
yeah, well, after this batch now, it's only going to be HDMI.
and also too, you never know when they're gonna sell out, when they're gonna be in stock. Like, I just was
Right.
like, I'm tired
It's
of it.
only
I
going
just
to be
want to have it
HDMI
done.
because they can't get those older chips that have the
Right.
RGB. So this is why I'm saying, guys, if you want to mod your old consoles, do it now.
That's what I've been
Get
doing.
these HDMI things before they stop making them.
The Zadusa looks great, for the Xbox.
Yeah, I told you.
That's just awesome. And again, no problems on this with my Sony TV.
Yeah, with that
Um,
one machine,
Yeah,
and that's it.
so it worked out.
The thing with the N64 too is like it's always going to be worth money once you do it that to it. So it's not like I'm
You do
ever going to lose
realize
money
that
on it.
sold with that HDMI deal, sold over $900.
That's ridiculous. So it was worth it for sure. It's like just to have.
Yeah, because they're so scarce. Those kits.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been trying to get my N64 to look good for over 10 years. So it's time. It's like enough is enough. So I don't know when it's going to get here. It says it shipped, but it's coming from like Indiana or
Yeah,
something.
it'll be there a
So,
couple days.
yeah. I'll just
Probably
have
by
it and I'll
Friday.
hang on to it. But
Well, I'll give you the
Yeah,
guy
the
that
PS2 one's gonna be crazy because that's gonna because PS2 just looks like shit on the
that's gonna be
HD.
nuts because that forget about it.
Imagine playing Omega Strain on that, man, that'd be crazy.
It's gonna look better than the PlayStation 3 also.
Twisted Metal Black on there,
it's time.
and
It's
then we
time
can
to
play online. Like
enjoy
if it's
these.
if it's a slim version,
You
we
got the
can still
online
play
built in.
online with the Ethernet. That's kind of like that's why I would probably do it to the slim.
What they did was, so they got the mini HDMI for that, and they removed the phone jack. They keep the Ethernet port, but they remove the phone jack and put the mini HDMI there.
Oh,
If you have a slim,
so is it the same thing where it's like you order it when they go on sale, and then you got to send it out? So it's the same deal.
yeah, you send it to a modder or whatever. I know a guy that you could send it to. He's the best, and that's it. So
Yeah,
you guys are all set. What?
I got years ago at like a thrift store. I got a mint condition N64 with the expansion pack. So I'm gonna just use that one. It's like perfect. Just have them do that and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I have when I have a couple different, because my original fat PS2 and then the first PS2 that we have was a launch console. Um, and then the Slim was definitely probably one of the first Slimline models. I'm pretty sure. I'm not. I'd have to look at the model number, but yeah, it probably would just be one of those I get done at that point.
I had the Wingman adapter here. I got the Wingman adapter for PS2. You plug it into the port like any other controller. You could sync a PS5 remote to it, or a PS4
Nice.
remote, or an Xbox remote, or a PS3 remote.
Yeah,
You got a wireless controller. So there you go.
It's very nice. All right, let's
so the
see what else.
Xbox Retro Fighters controllers are coming. So
yes.
October 15th or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. They're $44.99 a piece. You can order them on Retro Fighters website or Stone Age Gamer. I'm waiting for Amazon to put them up, but I don't know if they're going to be up on Amazon right now.
Yeah, we got to see if they go up.
Does the Slim really scratch games? That's crazy.
I haven't had that issue, but you're going to be using USB loaders anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Some guy modded it. He modded a M.2 in his PS2 Slim. With all
Yeah, it's
the
gonna all
games
be on a hard drive. Yeah.
Well, this is an NVMe, so it's crazy.
I just have the free McBoot thing, and then I just need. That's what I use.
You can launch
but
games right from a USB.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing now.
I love it. It's so much easier.
All right, go ahead.
All right. What else happened? Oh, okay. So, for some reason, Horizon Forbidden West is getting DLC, and they came out and tried to explain that it's only going to be on PS5 because it can only run on PS5, the DLC. That it will not run on PS4.
Wow.
And they made up this whole reason
they
why.
want people to upgrade, that's why.
Exactly. They just lied their ass off and they said it can there's a big battle and it can only run on PS5. So if you bought the game on PS4, screwed. Which whatever at this point it's
By
PS4,
the way,
but
I played
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 demo on a base slim PlayStation 4. It's
And?
absolutely embarrassing.
but you can buy that COD bundle and play. You can get it on there instead of buying a Series S.
Please, anybody listening, if you have a PlayStation 4 Slim or a base PlayStation 4, do yourself a favor. Do not play this game on that console. Go out and get a PS5 digital or a PS5. If you can't afford those, get an Xbox Series S.
It runs a demo fine, the Series S,
It
right?
runs the demo perfectly fine. 60 FPS, everything looks beautiful. HDR. Please, don't play this on a base PlayStation 4.
Don't put yourself through it, please.
If you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, I heard it runs better because it has a frame rate mode. It might still look like crap, but I haven't tested that yet. I could test it. I could go to work and open the Pro that we have there. But I really don't want to do that just for a demo. But do yourself a favor.
Yeah,
Don't
dude,
play this game on a
that's
base
wild.
PlayStation 4.
It's just wild that that's even a thing that we're talking about, like almost 10 years later. 10 years later. Can you imagine if I was like 10 years ago, I was like, yo, Perry, you'll be able to play RE4 Remake on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. It's like, what? You'd be like, what the fuck? What does that even mean? But
It's funny
here we are.
because that didn't hold any of the versions back, did it? Neither did the
No,
Series
everyone's
S.
blaming the Series S, but the PS4 is holding everything back.
Right. But also lazy developers. I mean, look at this. The game it runs all the way from a PS4 to a 4090. Like, it could be done if you put the effort in.
The base and the Slim can't even run Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake. They run like crap because the frame rate's fluctuating horribly.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
You need a Pro or you need a newer machine. And I would
Did you test it on the Pro? Like, was it online?
I did not test the Pro because I have a Pro at work, but I didn't want to drag that thing all the way here.
Yeah.
I was hoping that the demo would get uploaded so I could put it on my hacked.
Not even
Pro.
that got uploaded? God damn.
No. That didn't get backported at all. So everyone who has a jailbroken PS4 Pro or PS4 in general has to wait.
Because the demo is released on PS4. That's what makes it even crazier.
Matthew Bonk says, I got a Series X, so I'm good to go playing Resident Evil 4
Me
Remake.
too,
Awesome.
Matt. That's what I streamed it on. It runs great.
You'll be good with that.
Good old
You gotta
Series
worry.
X. That's what I've been running with all my Callisto, Dead Space, and RE4. All been on the Series X. So
Yeah, so
my machine, man.
what I do is I test the machines. I do that for the channel
Right.
to see how they run. And yeah, it's crazy. We're waiting.
Just waiting.
Now,
But yeah,
now I want to
I don't
check
know.
that Pro out. Now you make me want to go over to work and do that. Maybe tomorrow we'll do that.
Yeah, well,
see
the
how
thing is,
bad
it's
it
just nice. It's just nice to know. That's why I like hearing what you guys have to say, or like even Liquor Sandwich or Frank or Perry, like people that have more advanced PCs. I just like hearing or watching the streams just to get some intel on how this thing's running across the board, because it's just good to know. And I didn't get I didn't have time to test like everything. You know, like I didn't even download it on the 5. I'll try it out on the Series S. I have it installed upstairs so I can check it out there too. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to just know, but to also know that yeah, not gonna run great on a standard or a slim. So don't even bother. And the fact that Horizon is also not getting this DLC, it's almost like, what did you expect? Like we're trying to fucking push this thing further than it needs to. You know what I mean? We're already like too far gone. The fact that you're paying $299 for a fucking COD machine with a PS4 when it's the same price as a Series S, like get the fuck out of here.
It's
In
not
fact, it's more
$299. It's
expensive.
$339.
It's $339, and also, yeah, the Series S is also cheaper than $299 because
The
it's always on
Series S
fucking
was
sale.
$150 at Verizon with free shipping.
Yeah, so it's always on sale, and so there's no excuse not to.
Yeah,
Dip your
people
toe
are just
into
little
that when you
pussies.
got-
They don't want to play on. I can't play it on Xbox. Your house is going to explode if you play on an Xbox. You can buy the Wingman adapter. I need my PlayStation controller.
I gotta stream it on the Switch, Perry, because it was the true version that
you
needed
can buy
to be
the
played.
Wingman adapter, plug it into the Series S, and use a PS5 remote. Any way you can play this game cheap, do it. Or spend the money, get a PlayStation 5. Or get a Series X, or get whatever you want. The PS4 was like $150. I could see people just
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Yeah,
talking
but not for
$149.
that
That's
price.
fine, but not.
And the Series S is a regular, like you can get them on the regular, like they're available.
Richard, unfortunately, there are people like that. Oh, I can't play it unless with the PlayStation can play it.
It was made for the PlayStation.
It was made for the
controller.
PlayStation, really? Because
It's like it came out on
this
GameCube
game
first.
came out on GameCube, so you should
Yeah.
be saying, "Ugh, "I gotta get my
Better be using
GameCube
your
controller."
controller. Yeah,
Oh man.
They should be buying that controller that you got, Frank.
buy this and plug it into your system.
Plug it in there, right?
Yep, with the USB.
GameCube.
I just like the Series X, man. I mean, again, it's like I like the controller, so I kind of navigate, you know.
PlayStation 5's controller screwed up one big thing: the D-pad. Because it's that clear D-pad, your finger slides off of it. PlayStation 4 had a great D-pad because they had that middle rest for your thumb. That's not on the PlayStation 5. And that sucks. So, yeah, Xbox totally took it with the D-pad this time. Bravo. Most of them pretty accessible now. I've seen PlayStation 5 stocked up at Target last week. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can buy
they're
the
around.
machines. The machines
They're
are
around.
fine.
It's just a matter of what you want to put yourself through. You want to put yourself through torture and stick around on that machine a little bit longer.
I
or
would say sell that machine. It's
sell
still worth
it
a couple
and
of
just-
bucks. Take that money, put
Exactly.
it towards the new one, and be
That's
done
it.
with it.
Especially if you get the new one on sale and you put money towards it off the old machine. I mean, you could save some money. That's
it.
a game right there. And it's just like, yeah, it's just like, dude, just don't suffer. Like,
No.
don't suffer with these games getting, no DLC, or they're getting, released versions like a month or two after they come out. That's dumbed down. It's like, why deal with that when you can just play it now
No, on the base
in its best shape?
It's like under 30.
That's horrible.
How are you gonna play this game in under 30 when you have like a billion people trying to grab you? and that you're trying to run
gonna
away from the
drop.
Oh my
chainsaw
god!
guy.
Imagine. I mean, did you even when you played? Did you get to like the village part? Was it dipping there? I feel like it would dip there horribly.
It
Like when
always
everyone's
dips
surrounding you,
right before you get to. There's a guy in a cabin, right where
where the bear trap
the
is.
bear trap is. Every time, no matter what I'm playing, I play it on 2 different computers with 2 different sets of cards. It always dips in that one spot as you're getting to the door to go into the village. The guy in the
Maybe 'cause
cabin,
it's
I call
loading
him
the
Jack
next-
Nicholson because he looks like Jack Nicholson from Shining. Not
Yeah, he's got
Shining.
like the.
Witches from Eastwick. That's what he looks like. Jack Nicholson from Witches. Right around that area, it always dips. I tried it on 2 different computers. Always dips in that one spot.
God, that on like a standard or a slim would just drop immediately. I mean, I feel like I can't even handle that, you know? So
Yo,
that's
it's like
just
playing underwater or in quicksand or something. It's horrible.
it's like you're
And
trapped. You can't
people
get
are
out.
so dumb because they're like, "Oh, I don't have a problem on a PS4." No, the problem is the PS4. You're the problem playing on the stupid machine. That's the problem.
When you're playing
Right.
on a 24-inch Element
Just
TV,
buy a
it's probably
stupid Series S for
hard
like
to-
no money and play the game,
Well, the problem is that when they're
or buy
playing
the
on the
digital
Pro,
PlayStation and just spend less
right?
money and
Because
play.
when they
it.
play it on the Pro, it probably runs like closer to 60, but it probably like 900p because that's how Village ran. It's gonna run like Village on the Pro, but that's not saying
Dude,
much.
this
'cause
thing looks like
butchers
it
the
was like
resolution.
720p. You know, like how did you ever play Village on Xbox One?
No.
It looked
God,
like
no.
a muddy mess, and that's exactly what this one looks like. All muddy textures.
Yeah, I only played Village on PlayStation 5.
I know people that generally don't care about frame rate or resolution, just want to play a game. Well, they're idiots. They're idiots.
Well, it's like if you want to watch a
Let me
movie, and you're like,
ask
"Well,
you
I have
something.
the tape."
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a fucking question. Okay? If you had a fucking Ferrari for $349.99, and then you had a minivan for $339.99 for 10 extra fucking dollars, are you gonna be like, yeah, I'll get the minivan. I don't care how I get to work. Spend the extra $10. Come on.
It's worth it.
I'm sick of these fucking people. Your PS4, the longer you run that thing, the lesser in value it's going to get over time.
And it's gonna sound like a jet engine.
It's actually worth money now. Get rid of it. Put that money towards the new machine. Be smart. Don't be like, I can't afford it. I only have a PlayStation 4, so I gotta go get the PlayStation 4. It's like, asshole. Trade the fucking thing in. Sell the fucking thing on Craigslist. Get the money and put it towards the new machine. Be smart about it.
Even GameStop's giving
I'm
$100
sick of these
for the
people that
Slim.
act like they have they're hopeless. Like you're
They're like,
not.
well, I can't really
Take
notice
your,
the
Take your
frames.
stack of PlayStation exclusives that are worth fucking $3.
I
Get the
can't
fucking
notice the
big ass stack
resolution.
of them. Trade it in with the machine. You'll get like all the money you need to buy the system, and all those games are on that PlayStation service anyway.
I don't know
so
the
you
difference
lost
between
nothing.
frames. That's how they are. They're like, I don't know the difference between the frames or the
Oh,
this and the that.
That's the funny thing with these PlayStation guys. Remember last gen with the PS4? Ooh, it's not about the frame rates or the graphics. It's about the gameplay. Now you got these PlayStation guys saying that RDNA fucking 5's in the PlayStation 5 and they're getting 455 fucking hertz on their TV. It's like,
In the
asshole,
future.
you still don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought you said that stuff didn't matter. Now it matters. You see it all day on the internet, on Twitter and everything. If you want to just play the game, fine, but you're screwing yourself.
Yeah, it's like you can have a way better experience for not much more.
The GameCube runs this game better than the PlayStation 4 base does. I can only imagine it sounds a pro will be putting out this game.
Yeah, it'll probably overheat.
Oh, yes. You reminded me of that. So I had the PlayStation 4 Slim right here on top of my Xbox, my original Xbox. When I was done playing the demo, I stopped the stream and everything. That thing almost burnt my hand. The whole machine was like fucking lit up.
Oh, wow.
And that's just a demo. We're not even talking a disc in the drive. So that thing is going to be a pain in the ass. That system is struggling. I played it on my Series S.
It's already should have been out, but it's on its way out now.
I played it on the Series S for about a half an hour, same time that I played it on the PS4 Slim.
No problem.
No problem. It wasn't hot or anything.
And the Series S is ventilated pretty well. The Series S can get hot, but don't get me wrong, it can, but not like to where it's like burning.
The whole machine was like hot. I forgot about that. You just reminded me. 60 frames is standard. As long as at least 60, you're good to go. Under that is trash. I agree.
Yeah, it's got to be. 60.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, like we gotta get with the times. Like we gotta get updated with that shit.
RE4 on PS4 is what Doom looked like. Doom on the Switch looks better than the fucking RE4 on base PS4. I'm telling you. Play it for yourself. I don't even care. You can take my word for it. Go ahead, download the demo. It's free. How can you play this game and anything under 60? Pro. It's like impossible to play. It's like being underwater. And it's 10 years old, guys. Come on, you're gonna use 10-year-old. Well, are you gonna go out and use your iPhone 5? We're on iPhone fucking 15
Just seeing people get a new iPhone every year, but they won't go out and buy a $300 console.
That's what I'm saying. No. Ooh, there's a new iPhone. I just bought one yesterday for $1,500. Here's another $1,500.
Because people, they don't care.
The PlayStation 5 is out. It's been 10 years since I bought my PS4. I'm just not going to buy a PlayStation 5 right now. I'm just going to wait.
Well, because when you buy a phone, they trick you. They're like, "Oh, just put it on your monthly bill." So people are like, "Oh, I'm not even paying for it." Okay, like they don't care. I don't know.
I don't know, guys. I think it's you're not justifying it for yourself. If you're gonna play this game, play it the best way you can play it.
Especially because we're already pushing like
just because it's on the old consoles. That's no excuse. It's just there. It's stupid that they even put it on the old consoles.
Especially when these consoles are becoming more available and the games are finally starting to come out that are, showing benefits of the new machines. Because it's been a slow start.
The Last of Us, the TV show, sold over 400% of PlayStation 5s in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that just finished this Sunday.
They're up over 400% in sales, so everyone's got one.
Speaking of that, I guess that's in the news too, right? The PC edition is finally coming out. They showed a trailer.
Yeah. Guess what? The trailer now. We got to talk about this trailer. So they released a trailer for The Last of Us coming to PC, and guess what? They showed all the controllers that's compatible with, but they did not show you the Xbox controller. They showed you PlayStation 4, 5, Switch, and an Xbox adaptive controller. So are they implying that all Xbox gamers are disabled?
That was a weird controller for them to pick for.
Which I find is funny because Nintendo hates their guts, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Nintendo's controller is compatible with Nintendo's controller." Who's really playing with a Switch remote on Steam?
Yeah, who wants to play with that?
Yeah, the fuck is like I have to play this with a Switch controller.
That was them throwing in some shade at Xbox. Go watch the Last of Us trailer. It's on the Sony YouTube page.
It has like the
and they're playing like scary music when they show the controller, like doom, 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 and and then they show the Xbox adaptive controller last, and I'm like, really? And then of course people were like, "Will my Xbox controller work with this game?" And I'm like,
"It's like you guys should have just put it in the trailer." I don't know. I think personally,
I guarantee you it was in the trailer originally, and then this ABK thing, and then they put the Switch controller in there.
Well, do you think that there's going to be? I mean, it's coming out the same week as RE4. It should have came out 3 weeks ago, but they wanted to wait to sell as many copies until the show was done. Now that the show's done, it's coming out, and we're not going to talk about the show. Don't worry, guys. Don't I don't want you guys. I don't want to lose the audience. I
saw the first 2 episodes. I have the rest. Right. I haven't seen them yet.
I just wanted to say that the show's done now, so that's why. Right, and that's why they're putting it out on PC because now it's done. But anyway, yeah, I obviously won't be playing it on PC. I won't be getting part 1 until it's like $20, $10. You know what I mean? Really cheap. But it's cool. It's coming out to PC. That's a really fucking weird trailer they put out. To be honest with you, they should have just showed the normal Xbox controller.
All their games don't have DRM, so I think you'll be able to just get it next week
Okay, yeah,
or 2
we'll see.
weeks.
I know a lot of people that haven't played it yet, and they have a PC. That's what they're on. So
Right.
I know some people are excited to jump on it. But we'll see. You know, if you haven't played it, obviously this is the version you should play because it's not like PC got a remaster in 2014 or anything like that. So this is a different scenario. If you're on the PC side of things, this is probably going to be worth it for you because I think Last of Us is a game you should experience, despite what I've said about the remake part 1. I think if you're on PC, play it because it's a great experience. But if you played it before,
I'm playing it with cheats.
there you go. Well, I was going to
That'll
say,
be fun.
you can play it with cheats. You can also, if you played it before and you just want to play it with your awesome PC specs, go ahead. I'd like to hear, you know, how it runs, how you guys feel about it, because I won't be partaking, but, you know.
Yeah, you will. Come on.
Fun.
You're not going to have to buy it, but you'll be partaking.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, my PC can only do so much.
Yeah,
It's like,
don't
it could
worry.
play, but, you know, a lot of this shit's demanding nowadays, so we'll see.
Anthony, didn't you know there's a 5080 Ti in your PlayStation 5 ready to go already? Your PC
Oh,
can
perfect.
handle it.
Your PS5 does 8K on the
It's
regular.
got RDNA
Oh,
7.0.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I play the PS3
man.
version. Damn, those loading times. Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my
remember
God.
remember
That's
the
all right.
particles, Perry? Remember? You would just see the particles forming and it was just loading. It was you just see the number on the right side of the screen just going up like and it was like, am I gonna
beat
get
the
in this
game
thing?
on the PlayStation 3? That's how bad
yeah.
it was.
Multiple times. The Let's Play I did on the channel back in the day was on the PS3 because that was all what was out back then. Because that summer you were like, you should just do a Let's Play on The Last of Us, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I will. And that was the only edition that came out. You know, the next summer was the PS4 edition, so it ended up, you know, working out. But
You hear what they're doing with the show?
yes, so they did announce this too. The show is being split up into 2 different seasons for the second part. So there'll be 2 more seasons, basically, a season 2 and a 3 for part 2, which makes me think that he's going to change things. That it makes me think that he's going to change it. Because what do you do? How do you?
He did an interview and said, "Oh, I do not care what the people think."
It's just like, dude, it's like, dude, you're gonna just, even if you change stuff now, it's not gonna make what the game did any better because the damage is already done. You know what I mean?
Here's
You
what I
already did the
heard.
dirty.
I heard that season 2A is going to be like before the second season, like before the second game.
Maybe when they're at Uncle Tommy's, like trying to establish that more.
And season 2B is going to be where the second game starts.
Oh no.
Because they don't want to kill Pedro Pascal off. So now they're like boxed into a corner. Not to say he's not going to be in the series anymore because he'll be in the flashback.
They want to extend it though. They want to extend it, like, because he
they
won't
want to
pass away
extend it
until,
because
you know,
that's a make or break once you get rid of him.
as it lost many
Even if
fans.
he's still in the show as a ghost, like you know, she sees him all the time. It's still gonna be that big disconnect.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said,
He's playing with fire right there.
Yeah, they really are. I think they just got to get back into the games. Not Last of Us, but just like Naughty Dog has to get their head on straight for the next move. And Neil Druckmann, if he wants to get lost in Hollywood, then he's fine. You know what I mean? Let him do it and let someone else take over because it's time to move on. You know what I mean? Like Last of Us Part 3, you're going to get people's attentions, but like what can you really do that's like left, you know what I mean, to do that? And he already didn't really seem interested in doing that. So, you know, if you like the show, that's fine. To each their own. It's your, you know, it's up to your opinion. I would probably give it like a 6 out of 10 overall. I didn't think it was great or the most horrible thing, but I think it missed the mark on many things.
You saw all the episodes?
Yeah. So I completely finished season 1, and I know the reviews are coming out now because it's done. So a lot of people are like, "This is what I would give it overall."
Like how Hollywood is like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." It's like, really, we played this like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and some
you
of
guys
the
are behind.
And there's just like a lack of infected in this show.
Well, they said there's going to be more in the second season.
Yeah, but
like,
you know,
there weren't many in the second game to begin with.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I don't know. I think it was they did certain things that were frame to frame to the game, but then they also did things where they just added certain things about the characters, or they did certain things in a certain order that just kind of made me scratch my head, and just change things. They just changed things with the special infected. So I just don't want to get into that here because I don't want to talk about the show, to be honest with you. But it is done. I did enjoy it. But yes, now that the show is done, the PC edition is finally dropping. So I guess we'll see how that unfolds.
It's Austin 316 day.
I'm going to grab a drink. I will be right back.
He's going to grab a beer. Celebrate Stone Cold.
Oh, hell yeah, Vince.
If you want to watch a good show, you should watch The Mandalorian. Now that's a good show.
Okay, what?
Am I caught up? I've only seen the first 2 episodes, I think.
Today, 3 came out today.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one yet. Yeah.
Then I can't talk to you about
it. Oh. I thought, for some reason, I thought the show came out on, like, Sunday. But
I think it's every Tuesday or Wednesday or something.
Yeah, because I watched the other one the other day, and then Picard comes out Thursdays. So I'll catch up to it. I just love Grogu. He's like the best. I never get tired of him.
Well, you're going to get tired of him this time.
I just saw the one where, he's like doing all that crazy stuff in that cave.
Watch this episode and then talk to me when you're done with it.
Oh, no. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, you will see, because I thought I was watching something else.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what are we doing here?
Why do they gotta do that? Like, the show's just so good, and then they gotta mess with it. The Enterprise shows up and steals Grogu.
Picard's a dead man.
Can you imagine that?
Picard, you are a dead man.
Ugh. He's very, very old.
I only watched the reaction videos of the first 4 episodes. 4? Oh, he means The Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the first 3 episodes of Last of Us.
I saw the first 2.
I really don't feel like watching them, but
they're just
I will
long,
at some
man.
point.
They're an hour long.
And they're not like...
The show's good, but I just don't... Like, I could have watched it tonight or Mandalorian. I was like, I'll watch Mandalorian.
Yeah. Mandalorian
which was an hour tonight. It was an hour-long episode. But you'll see why.
Oh, no. It was so funny because in the one before, I guess the last one that I saw, he goes back to the lady, and I'm like, how is he gonna tell her like what the hell's happening? Is he just gonna be like, help, help? Like, what's he gonna do? He can't talk. And then she's like, oh, we could just look at this droid.
I guarantee you, when that show ends, he's just gonna be like, yes, I've known everything the whole time. Thank you for protecting me.
Like, yeah.
Like, he'll just like stand up and just admit that he knows exactly what's been going on the whole time.
Hello, Din. I've been coherent this whole time.
Now, listen, the episode that you haven't seen yet, it's leading to the cloning of Palpatine and Snoke.
Oh, okay, good. So
they're like they're trying to tie that one up.
They really have to somehow, so that's fine.
We kind of knew that in the first episode.
Yeah, yeah.
But now it's like apparent what they're doing.
I'm okay with that, because if they're not going to retcon those movies, we have to live with them, so...
Yeah, well...
Rather they just do something to tie in.
Should have fucking retconned them.
I thought they were going to for a while, but now...
They said they were going to, and then they didn't. So, I don't know.
No, they just accepted it. They accepted defeat. That was it.
I still haven't seen the last one. There's nothing they can do that will make me like Palpatine returning. No, but they're just going to explain it.
Yeah, at least if they give us a little bit of context, because I don't know what happened with that. But we'll see.
Man, this guy really did go out and get a beer.
Apparently, Zero Mission is coming to the Switch Online too, by the way. I don't know if I
What,
mentioned
Metroid?
that before. Yeah, somebody like data mined and they found screenshots from it in the folder for Fusion, and
Why does
it
Nintendo leave this stuff in there?
because they don't care. They're like whatever, and they showed the Link support like. Which we know is coming because they're going to do it for Pokemon. They must have found a way to emulate that like Link thing. And you know what I was thinking would be crazy if somehow they could do four swords, because if you could emulate
Okay,
that,
if they do four swords, but that's a GameCube game, right?
yeah, but they could
They had it
tie
on
it
Game Boy,
in.
but it sucks on Game Boy.
Yeah,
If they do GameCube, then yeah, I'm down with that. But
that would
we
be
we can
sick.
already play that anyway, so we're still good.
Yeah, I kept all that stuff. So
Yeah, we're good. We can still play Four Swords. RWK88 with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Night, you all enjoyed it. Gonna listen till I go to sleep. All right, cool. Well, thank you for being here. Thanks again for the super chat. Thanks for hanging out.
yeah, thank you.
Pedro Pascal is a TV star right now. He sure is. He's got two shows going on at the same time.
Two very popular shows. He's probably swimming in money right now. He's got Disney money and HBO money over there.
Yeah, and no matter who grabs him first, he's still going to be a multimillionaire. So good on him.
Yep.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's really
Yeah,
good.
he's good to go. It's funny because you wouldn't have thought. Like I've seen him in stuff before, and he was just like a okay actor, and then he got really good.
Oh, I do want the Gears. Okay, yes, I'll get those together and I'll let you know how much they are.
So we're gonna be at the shop tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll go there and do this.
Sweet.
Just
That'd be fun.
We can get it over with. I could get that overhead camera and that's it.
Nice. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to have a crazy unboxing video.
Everyone, please tune in because
We'll
this
be
is gonna
live.
be interesting.
So Scream 6 hits VOD April 25th.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Scream 6, April 25th, VOD.
I did see it in theaters.
Okay, so what do you think? What time? We don't know yet. Maybe 6 p.m., 5:30 p.m.?
Well, yeah, I do want to talk about Scream 6. I had this on here.
All right, well, let's save it. Yeah, let's just save it for when we're there, and we'll talk about it. So I did see it in the craziness that was last week. We got done at a reasonable time on Sunday, and we were able to go see it around like 4:30, so it wasn't too late. Probably had one of the worst Applebee's experiences before that film.
Applebee's is
And-
always
Yeah, why
worse.
do you
Never
to
go there.
Applebee's?
I know.
They
I
always
know.
beg you to come back when you're about to walk out.
I know, and the problem is, Perry, is that like I knew this going in because I knew this one was shitty, and I was like, you know what? Like we didn't get a chance to really eat anyway because we had to work that day, so it was kind of like right next to the theater, kind of one of those deals. Rookie mistake.
Eating
I'm not gonna
popcorn would
lie.
have been better than eating at Applebee's.
That's true.
We call it Crapplebees.
and there was a man that was breathing very loud throughout the whole movie.
Breathing?
He was just breathing, and like my buddy Tyler would look at me and be like, "Do you fucking hear that?" And you just hear.
Oh my god!
And it was just like the whole time, and he was with his like wife or whatever it is, and I was
you
like, "All right,"
screamed at me. It's like, yo, shut the fuck up.
I'd be like, "Dude, like, are you that like turned on by this film? Like, it's just
He
Scream."
probably saw Smug Kirby and was like,
And then he
"Yo,
gets his
I need
oxygen
that."
tank and lifts it up.
Yeah, let's just say like it was fun, but I'll talk about that more when we get to it. But yes, I can talk about it when we talk about it. We'll let people know when we discuss it.
I definitely want to talk about that. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I was able to fit that in before because I knew it was going to be busy this week, depending on what was going on. Yo, stop breathing.
The guy's like,
turned blue.
"Okay, I'll just die."
Yeah,
Thank you.
it was just very obnoxiously like just heavy breathing.
It's like Beavis and Butthead, like it's like breathing into.
Ghostface Sammy people, can my Xbox do that? Yo, shut the fuck up. You don't know how bad at the end of Terminator, because I went to the restroom and then I came back and I stood towards the door right when the ending was going on, You know how bad I wanted to fucking scream. Ah!
That guy was such an ass. The movie
Fuck
was
that
like
guy.
30. Like, you've seen it 1,000 times. It doesn't
Infamous
matter.
unboxing, finally, yes. Dreadpool. They might call you Dreadpoop after you see the unboxing.
I hope that unboxing is what lives up to its
I
expectations.
think it
because
will. It shocked the shit out of me. I noticed the merchant art for a remake kind of sounds like Kano from MK11. He sounds like the Duke trying to sound like the other guy.
Yeah.
They use the same people.
Sounds like he's taking a Duke.
Yeah.
I
like
seriously
the OG more.
just wanted to go, ah! Whoa, who said that? He's not here.
He had a flex in front of his girlfriend, like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm a tough guy.
Okay, but
Like,
there
dude,
was
can you
like
be quiet.
there
And
was
it's
like 10 of us, so he wasn't gonna win one way or another.
No way.
No shot.
Could have kicked his ass.
My Xbox do that.
DJ would have whooped his ass.
Yeah. You weren't even loud. You barely said anything. The guy
I
was
whispered
like,
to this fucking guy, and this guy heard me whisper. It's not my fucking fault, Superman, that you can hear a whisper.
He had like roid rage. Like, somebody
Yeah.
made noise in a 30-year-old movie.
I didn't even have time to
to.
laugh at what Perry told me.
He
'cause it was
probably
hilarious.
wanted to cry at the end in front of his girlfriend and get sympathy from her and then get laid later. That's all the guy wanted.
Yeah. It's like
Oh,
we were
you
seeing
okay,
a
baby?
4K screening of the movie.
Oh, I'm just, when I was a kid, I used to cry like this.
Because-
well,
but
we'll go
even-
home and have sex. You will have sex with me?
Like even someone like that wasn't going to ruin our, experience of seeing that in the theater, because that was really cool. Because I remember recording Game Complainers like a week before we were hanging out, and I was like, "Yo, it's coming back in theaters. We should see if it's playing near a theater." And I remember you checked, and we were like, "Yo, we should probably do this," because it was like showing in 4K. This is before the 4K came out,
Right.
or you could buy it. And that was funny. Like, it was like we had a good time regardless of an idiot like that. But it just comes to show, it's like, dude, like, this movie's been out for fucking
No
so
spoilers,
long.
Anthony.
no spoilers.
Wasn't it? Didn't it turn 30? Isn't that what it was in theaters?
I think
for?
it was the 30th anniversary, yeah. And we went to see it. It was, I think it was 2017, 16.
Just a
Whatever-
spoiler, Arnold is a robot.
Yeah. People are so dumb. I swear to God.
Yo,
You
shut
should've-
the fuck up. What were you gonna do, asshole? You're gonna hit me? How is this gonna go?
Yo, can you be quiet? And it's
When he
like,
said that, you should have just stood up and been like, talk to the hand, dickwad. And like,
yeah, I'll grab my Uzi 9mm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
do you have any
Yo, shut the
plasma
fuck up. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
So
man.
stupid.
Wrong. Just blow a huge fart. Don't forget, down here we had a movie shooting because of the phone lighting up in the darkness theater. Old man, you unlifed him. Oh man.
Damn. That's rough.
Yeah, on YouTube you had to say unlifed and unalive now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever. So the guy's laughing. The guy goes, "So you can't do that." Yeah, that's not what I would do, but okay. Should have just
Yeah,
fucking
I,
dumped a popcorn bucket on his head when the movie ended. And fucking ran. He wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah, but if you took the popcorn bucket, he would have had the hole in the middle and his dick would have been out. Like, oh no! You got me.
You don't notice RoboCop had a Uzi 9mm? No, I didn't.
RoboCop is free on YouTube,
RoboCop-
by the way.
RoboCop looks like friggin' Max Payne from 2001 in first-person mode. That's how bad the graphics are.
So it was August 25th.
Wow.
So it was like summer of 2017 when we saw that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Was it in 3D? It says this was in 3D.
I don't... Maybe we did see it in 3D. I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember.
I think
Yeah.
we just saw the movie.
Maybe you could choose between that and we were just like, fuck that. Like,
That was the same theater that told me we were all sitting there for Terminator Dark Fate, and the lady just comes in and be like, "Oh yeah, we're not going to be showing the movie tonight."
I remember you said that too, and you're like, "What is it with this movie and Terminator? Like, can't catch a break."
Yeah, I know.
'Cause that
We
was
drove all the way
2019.
over there. They refunded us for all the food. They refunded us for the tickets.
Was it an AMC
They
or was it
gave us
something else?
oh god, what was it? Is it AMC, Frank?
I think it's AMC. Yeah.
They gave us tickets to see a free movie. I think what happened was they sent the reels back, and they didn't realize it because that's when everyone was sending the reels back because it didn't do that well. But it's like, man, I just wanted to watch it. I had to wait like a month for it to be on VOD. So I'm still counting that as seeing it in the theater.
Yeah.
You did try.
Gotta crash, guys. Take care. Oh my god, thanks for hanging out again, buddy.
Yeah,
Take
thanks for
care.
coming
Stay
in.
safe.
Yeah.
I don't remember RoboCop having a bullet time. I remember when you talking about Anthony back then. That's about when I found your channel. Okay, cool. Should I order tacos or burgers?
Burgers.
It depends on what you want on a taco, and it depends on what you want on a burger.
At this hour
Red Bull
of
says
night, eating a
pizza.
taco.
Dreadpool says
Plain-
pizza. Pizza sounds
The pizza's good.
Get a taco and put yourself inside of it.
I think.
Get a taco and put it inside of a burger.
I think if you're talking like Taco Bell at this
Put
hour, you're playing with
yourself
fire.
inside
But
of it.
just go whoop. Eat your way out of it.
So did you hear about this guy? It was on the news. This guy was found dead in a carpet, rolled up in a carpet. And
No,
they,
but
they said it wasn't foul play. So it's like,
how do you roll
So-
a carpet on yourself and die?
that's what they were saying on the news. They're like, well, obviously he didn't roll himself up.
Yeah, what?
So I don't know. It's something weird. Just don't get the Jack in the Box tacos. Oh wait, I'm
We don't
supposed to
even have
ask you
that
about
here.
the Subway guy. Oh yeah, the MILF guy.
Ugh.
Okay, do you guys remember this guy? RWK
Yeah.
thought I was making this shit up the other day.
No.
You want to tell the story?
Yeah, we were in Subway, and it was the weekend of Perry's shop opening, and he was talking about, how he has, business in town. It's a game store, and he's just like, we're making the sandwiches, like, so he's talking as he's making them, and he's like, do you get a lot of MILFs through there that come in, asking for games? And then, like, we all heard it, but I thought I heard something else. I was like, he didn't just say MILFs. But he did.
He did.
And Perry was like, he was kind of like laughed it off. He was like, I don't know, like, he's like, oh no, you get like, a lot of hot moms in there, coming through like the town or whatever. He's like, if I had a MILF, he's like, I'd open he's like, if I had the shop over there, I'd have like, a sign something like something free for MILFs or something like that. Like he's talked about
It's
something.
MILF discount.
Yeah, MILF discount.
I wanted to be like, sir, if you saw the creatures that skulk out of their basements to come to the shop, you would not be saying this. Like,
This guy is saying, and then he was saying he was going to open a sex shop in town. And I'm
That's
like,
what he said. Yeah,
I was like, bro, that ain't flying in this town.
he
I
said
don't
if I
know.
open a sex shop, I'll be like discounts for MILFs,
Yeah,
And
you're
this
gonna
dude's
have to go to
making-
Jersey to do that shit because that ain't flying over where we are.
no way.
He's making sandwiches while this is happening, and
Yeah, and he hasn't been there ever since. So
he's still precious to me to this day. I mean, I think there, that was definitely the most memorable Subway experience for food. That's
He touched our food with those filthy hands, though.
yes,
he had gloves on.
Yeah, I know, but
his
still.
dirty mouth. He
He touched our food while horny. I do not want to eat
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat a sandwich made by that. But I don't know. I don't know. It's you can't make it up. And that was like the first week that that was the weekend he opened.
No,
he was
that
open
was
for like.
that was an anniversary because
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because we were already open. Because that's why he asked, like, you got a lot of MILFs in there. It's like, come on.
So I think it had to have been like the year anniversary because it was a while. I remember.
Yeah,
it
you're
had
right,
to be the
because it was
year.
before Goldberg came back. He came back in, hey, you know what, Anthony? You might be right. Because that guy always asked me about Goldberg, and I was like, he's coming back. And he goes, he is? And Goldberg came back November 2016
Okay.
for Survivor Series against Lesnar.
Yeah, and then again, he
right.
wasn't.
You could be right.
He wasn't there much longer after that,
Some
right?
mayo on your sub.
I never saw him.
He was there a
I
couple
didn't see
times and he
much of
was
that.
out. I'm sure Harry got rid of him. Eat your way out of a tuna taco. Wow.
He just comes in, get out. Remember when we were in there and the kids come in trying to eat like a pizza or something, and he's just like, "You guys have to leave."
Okay, so we went to
Never
Subway.
dull moment in that.
Nobody
Subway.
was in there, just me and him. All of a sudden, like 20 kids come in. They put all the tables together and they got like 4 stacks of pizzas. And they just start sitting there.
So loud.
And
They're the
this
loudest
guy-
kids I've ever heard.
And this guy goes, get out. And they're like, we'll leave you a tip. And he's like, get out. It's like, bro, you can't eat a fucking pizza when people are coming to get a Subway. Because if people see you eating a pizza in Subway, number one, he probably gets fined if they find out. Number two, people are going to see people eating a pizza like in Subway. Maybe I'll go get pizza. Fuck Subway.
Yeah, and you're not spending money.
A $2 tip isn't going to pay for the $35 this guy just lost.
No.
So
and they're like it sounded like elephants coming through the door. They smashed
it was.
the door. They're like
It went
shuffling,
from like you could hear a pin drop to like it was loud.
Yeah.
sorry to break
That
the
was,
news
like,
to you guys,
last
but it
year or
wasn't
something.
mayonnaise he put on your sandwich. Well, none of us got mayonnaise, so there you go.
I
Not
made
that day.
mayo.
Bro, he sacks a lot, whacks a lot.
Yeah, so that's the story of the Subway, dude. I don't know what else
Freshly
to
made.
say.
Ugh.
Mayo.
I
That's
made
fine.
mayo.
I'm reading the chat room, by the way. I'm not saying this stuff randomly.
Oh, no, I know what you mean, but yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's a funny
I'm saying
story.
that for the archive viewers.
Oh yeah,
I'll put the blame on RWK, Dreadpool, and its VB. And
There you go.
Stevie
All your
Mac,
fault.
23. You're all in
that
trouble.
will never go back to Subway ever again.
I like Subway though. You want to go to
Subway-
Jersey Mike's?
Subway's good, but this guy Jared fucking ruined it for everybody. So
Yeah, he did.
they're on like borrowed time at this point. I hope
Yeah, they're
not, but it seems
they're
like they are.
just as extinct over here as Pizza Hut. You know
Yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
that's the problem. We're going to lose all these franchises because they were stupid. You see, McDonald's was good because they had little puppets play the fucking main characters.
And then they just quietly
They
got
didn't
rid
say,
of them. And
oh
that was
yeah,
it.
you're some
Yeah.
fucking fat guy that claims to have lost like 800 fucking pounds eating sandwiches every fucking day.
Look at my jeans.
Meanwhile, his dad was a doctor, so he probably gave him like cocaine or something to lose all that weight. And this thing gives this guy a Subway card for fucking 25 years. And they make this guy a spokesperson, and look what happens. It's like you don't trust people. You always use characters or gimmicks.
How do you
You
commit
didn't
a
learn
crime?
from Dell with the Dell guy? You're getting the Dell. Oh, I'm high now. Oh, yeah. And then he got arrested, and they were like, get out.
How do you have the black card for Subway? Like you can get food at any Subway for free, and you commit a crime. It's like you already have everything you could ever want. Why would you do anything else?
Well, he was a sicko. That's why. But
yeah, but
the
I
problem
mean the
is,
sandwiches.
the problem is, though, it destroyed the brand.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
they put the brand on that guy. It's like, use a character. Don't use a person.
No one uses characters anymore, and you're right. That is a problem because look at the pizza place that shall not be named. They're another one. All these companies use these people, and then it screws it all up. It's like, you should use the Little Caesars guy, use Ronald McDonald, use like people like
they
that.
got rid of all Ronald's friends because they got sick of them.
They totally got rid of all of them.
Nobody knows
Sucks.
who Grimace and Birdie and all these people are.
No.
I keep Grimace on my desk because I love him. This like weird grimace.
Moon Man, they got rid of him.
Yeah, I just saw a thing that you could back in the day. You could buy the costume for like 30 grand and do appearances at McDonald's or something. It was crazy.
Sorry, I know this is off topic, but apparently there's a whole documentary about you know who coming out this month
Oh, that's weird.
Who?
about Jared.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Avoid the Noid. There you go.
Yeah, that
When the
too.
Noid got annoying, they got rid of him.
Yep.
It's like 2 seconds. Hamburglar, yep, they got rid of him.
Catching a monster.
Imagine they're all like homeless now, like panhandling for scraps. It'd be so sad.
Oh man. I remember the first time I saw Subway guy in a commercial, I always thought it was something off about him. I think I saw Grimace working at ShopRite the other day.
They got him pushing carts at ShopRite because he doesn't have any other way to work.
You see, they should have invaded Burger King and made the jump.
Can you
Like how
imagine that?
WWF guys went to WCW.
NWO Grimace.
That's awesome.
Maybe you know what? You know where they all went? They're one of the 20 billion dead from eating McDonald's. Oh, I'm sorry, the 20 billion unalive from eating McDonald's. 20 billion served. What was it? 100 billion served and 20 billion murdered.
Grimace is like, please, I can't eat this anymore. They're like, you gotta eat it. That's all you can have.
Jared's still in prison. Yeah, he ain't getting out.
No.
I think he's in prison for like 10 or 12 years or something. Jay had a hot little spinner of a wife. Oh, you mean Jared? At least she was in her 20s. Oh man. Oh man, look at this guy. Making the jokes.
Savage.
See, Grimace never did anything like that. Hamburglar was like a criminal, but even he was tame.
Yeah, but you know, we never got the fight. Hamburglar versus Wimpy from Popeye.
Oh my god.
That's like the fight of the century.
What about
We never
Ronald
got
McDonald
that.
versus the King, though? You know,
Fuck the King. He could be the
Yeah, the
referee.
King's
He ain't shit.
The King
come on.
sucked.
What about Big Bumpin', man? You can't
You don't think
sit here
his
and tell me
bumping is
Big
his ass?
Bumpin'. Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Did Burger King ever have like characters? I don't think they did, right?
No.
It was just the King.
They had some fucking. They had the kids club, Burger King Kids Club,
Oh yeah, do you remember that?
and those kids didn't last too long.
Where are they now?
They're
like
way
the-
gone.
Yeah, they got rid of the mascots. You
Chuck
know?
E. Cheese versus Jack in the Box.
Remember Mayor McCheese? They got rid of him a long time ago too.
They got rid of him before, like, we were born.
Yeah.
But they always kept the silhouette up of him.
I have the glass, the Mayor McCheese glass.
I have a
He's
vivid
cool.
memory of trying to play the Jurassic Park arcade game in Chuck E. Cheese, and then Chuck E. Cheese, like, you know how he walks around. Well, he sat in like the booth next to me, but he was sitting on my coin. So when I died, I couldn't continue, and I got pissed. So that
Why
happened.
was he sitting on your coin?
I think he accidentally did that. I was like, "Where are they? Where are they?" And he's sitting on it. I was like,
Up
"Yeah,
his rat ass.
yeah, up your rat ass, you bastard! Your pizza still sucks." You know.
I never was there. I never went there.
Oh, I've
I
been
was
there.
too
a
old
couple
for
times.
Chuck E. Cheese. In Westchester, we had in Tarrytown, Sport Time USA. I had a birthday party there once.
There
I
was
think.
one right by the
Yeah.
Best Buy that you guys saw me at. There was one like right around there. That's the only one that I
There's
think
one
is
right
around.
by Frank's house. Is that even open anymore?
It's still there. My nephew had his birthday party there like a year or two ago.
There was someone who was at the Best Buy and they DoorDash Chuck E. Cheese.
Ew!
Like,
Why
they
would
got,
you
they
choose
got
to eat
they
that
got
food?
they got the pizza and I was like, you are a menace. Like you are an actual monster.
Sneak King versus the Hamburger, says Dreadpool. We need Wimpy versus Hamburglar. Jack in the Box, tell Wendy's I said hello.
Wendy's was a real person though, and she never got
Yeah.
into trouble.
Well, I was
so.
gonna say. I mean, they never really had crazy.
Yeah, but Wendy wasn't like the spokesperson. It was just a picture of a girl named
It was just
Wendy.
the picture. Yeah, there wasn't
She's
actually
real,
like.
but she was never put on camera.
What about the Colonel? He was okay.
Yeah, was he really okay?
I heard he had a really bad anger problem, but we'll see. I
I
mean,
don't know, man. I think he had other problems than that. But Dave Thomas was good, but the guy died.
yeah.
Hey, you're gonna
What
buy
about
my
Arby's?
fucking hamburgers.
What about Arby's, man? What the hell? Ring the bell.
Oh,
Arby's is just a hat.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? The hat
Yeah,
can't do
Arby's is
anything
a hat.
wrong.
That's what you think.
If
Yeah,
you get tired of the hat, you put something else there.
it's so stupid. Arby's is so dumb.
Jack
They
in the
actually
Box
have
had
a
the
bell.
snowman, right? Because Fred,
Yeah.
Bobo Ghost Fred used to always have Jack in the Box, the figurine in his videos.
Yeah, we don't have Jack in the Box over here.
I don't
How
have
come-
one either.
How come Nathan's doesn't have a mascot, like a little hot
Because
dog?
they're
man?
fucking smart.
Why? A hot dog can't hurt anybody.
That's what you think. Remember Ludwig went to go see Sausage Party and thought it was a kids movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because he wrote on Facebook in caps, "Don't bring your kids to Sausage Party." it's like, dude, did you not? He didn't know what he was walking into.
That would be jarring to not understand that it's an adult movie, and then you start watching it. Because I saw it, and I'm
He
like,
just thought
"Ugh."
it was like a Disney movie or something, and he went to go see it, and he was shocked.
That could have been a whole genre of movies, and they just blew it. They just
I
didn't
never
do it
saw
well.
it, so I can't tell you.
It wasn't that funny.
It was funny to watch once.
Yeah.
And I don't really, and with a crowd, it was probably more hilarious. But yeah.
Hopefully
Dude,
that guy
yeah.
doesn't ruin Ninja Turtles.
Oh, he
Oh,
will.
sweet. And he's Donkey Kong.
Yeah. He'll be like John Cena in that. You fucking assholes.
Good
This
old
is what
John
you wanted,
Cena.
right? You wanted the turtles back, and this is what you get.
It sucks because they actually look okay. Like everything
Yeah.
looks aesthetically okay, but then it's just like I don't know.
The kid that plays Michelangelo sounds like shit, though.
Yeah. It could be worse.
All right, what else you got? We're on crazy topics here.
Let's see. Oh, Ghostwire Tokyo is coming to Game Pass April 12th. You're gonna get new content with that too.
There we
It's
go.
also going to be on a PlayStation service,
I'll probably
Yeah.
finally check it out on Game Pass.
and it's on
I
Game
haven't
Pass for
played
PC as well.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
never
played it.
played it yet, so
I have it on Steam. I got it for $20. It's good.
I think that's pretty much the topics. If you guys
What?
want to talk about Scream, let me check and just
Scram?
make sure
Ice
there's
Scram.
nothing else.
Go on Twitter. Make sure there's no breaking news or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I haven't checked anything the whole time we've been on here, so let me see what happened. Oh my god! Can you imagine?
We talk about our boy Brendan Fraser.
Oh, he finally won. My
Okay.
boy.
Back
And he
up a little
sounded
bit.
like the whale when he was up there. I was like, dude, what the fuck, bro?
Back
like
up.
why
Back up.
what is going on
Jamie
here?
Lee Curtis won.
Yes.
Yeah.
The kid from Indiana Jones won.
Yep. He finally won.
And Brendan Fraser won. I'm
Yep.
not calling him Fraser like a razor, okay?
No.
That's
I'm
what
calling him
that's how it's
Fraser like
pronounced.
Fraser and not. I know. But come on.
But come on.
Yo,
No,
I watched the speech because I didn't watch the Oscar. I don't watch that shit.
I don't watch that
I
shit
stopped
either.
watching that shit in the 90s. And they fucked over Paul Sorvino, Anne Heche, and a couple other people. Oh, Leslie Jordan. They fucked those
Yeah.
three over in a memorandum. That's bullshit.
They always fuck people
That
over,
is.
those assholes.
Yeah, they're gone. You know what I mean? What kind of a message are you saying? Paul Sorvino?
Yeah, it's like, dude, put him in there. Like, what
He
the
was in
fuck?
a lot of
He's
great
the
stuff.
biggest
Yeah.
star.
So
Anyway.
stupid.
That's why I don't watch that shit. Anyway, I saw the clips of Brendan Fraser. He got the award, bro. go back and watch him with the spear. He's like, okay. Now listen, I paused it. Motherfucker looks exactly and sounds like Rodney Dangerfield. He's probably going to play Rodney Dangerfield in a biopic.
I was like, what's wrong with his voice here? Like,
he was totally like, please don't hurt
or something. And he fucking just went nuts.
Yeah.
He didn't want anybody
I'm glad that he won it because he deserved it for sure.
Yeah, he deserves it, but it was just
now
like...
he's going to get phone calls. You're going to see him a lot now.
Yeah.
Thank God, I love
And the
him.
Blu-ray is on the Blu-ray is only $15.99 for the whale. Right.
I want that 4K. Come on.
Did mine even ship? I forgot I ordered that. I gotta look and see if it shipped.
It's
I
out,
totally
apparently.
forgot.
It came out on the 14th, so it should have shipped, Frank.
Why don't I have it? Is it in my house somewhere?
They probably delayed it because you didn't.
Let me see.
You pre-ordered it first,
Frank. You're not allowed.
Wait. This is ridiculous. Let me go back and look. Oh, it says arriving today by 10 p.m.
Oh, there you go.
You got robbed.
Yeah, the whale. Why?
But you didn't get it on release
You
date.
got it on
I got
4K.
Yeah, but it was only $15.99. I gotta
Still
support
get it on
the whale
4K. It'll be $20 on 4K.
I still haven't watched
if it comes
but...
out on 4K.
Well, I mean, if there's no other topics, I guess we can talk about the Scream. The Scream.
Well,
deal.
listen, Rodney Dangerfield biopic with Brendan Fraser. Fraser like a razor.
Fraser Razor.
I would totally get him to do that. I guarantee it'd be better than the Elvis movie.
I think, his bounce back, like you said, you'll see him in a lot more.
He won an Oscar. He's getting calls all day long for the last couple of days.
That's why.
That's
why we couldn't get him for Monster Mania. We had
couldn't
him
get him for the Game Complainers. He was too busy.
Yeah, we couldn't get him for Monster Mania. It was kind of nuts. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, Frank, I got a great idea.
Uh-oh.
I got a great idea. You know how in the whale he doesn't have the webcam on?
Yeah.
We should get him on here, but just have like a soundboard of him.
That would be amazing.
We still got to do that picture of him looking all sweaty with just us on the computer. We still got to do that. We just need a screenshot. That's all we need. It's just him looking over.
I saw him on when we're watching clips of him tonight on like The View and Kelly Clarkson. Just to see what he was saying.
Yeah.
And I was joking. They're like, let's look at a clip of the whale. And I was like, no, let's watch the first 5 minutes of the whale.
No.
Roll that clip, please.
Oh my God. His sons had to see that. They were there.
So his sons gave him a Fudgy the Whale cake. And he didn't know what it was. He was like, you got a whale cake made? And they're like, no, it's Fudgy the Whale. And he's like, I've never heard of this. And I was like, what?
That's weird because...
Don't hurt me!
Well, I think he lived in Canada for a while, but I thought recently, in the past few decades, he lived around Northeast, so you'd think he would know Carvel, but... I guess not.
He lives in New York.
Yeah, now...
He lives in upstate New York. He lives around there somewhere.
That's what I thought. Now he lives...
Don't hurt me!
By the way, Jack Bauer was in the town over here the other day. I wish I ran into him.
Is he filming stuff?
I don't know what he was doing.
You should have told him 24 sucks.
Yeah, I'm going to walk up to him and tell him that. He can still kill me.
Well, he is the blonde Chris Benoit, so there you go.
Oh, no.
All right, so Scream. What did you think about this ending? Like the reveal? Everyone hated the reveal. What do you say?
Well, I just didn't really care much for the reveal. I thought they were going to go somewhere, and they didn't. I think they were going to go.
Where did you think they were going to go?
I thought they were going to bring fucking Stu back.
No.
I actually thought that they were going to do that, and because they kind of hinted at that, when they were trying. This one obviously had a lot of Scream 2 references, which I thought was actually kind of cool.
The whole fucking movie is like Scream 2.
They showed Friday the 13th Part 8 in the beginning. You have to show respect.
The guy's name is Jason, the first guy. And he said when he went in
and
the
he's
room,
a big Argento fan. You know what I mean? Things like that.
when he went back into the apartment, he goes, "Hey, Greg." I thought he said, "Hey, Fred." I thought it was Freddie and Jason living together.
Yeah.
But it's not. It was Greg. No spoilers. We're at the end of the show, man.
We're gonna spoil it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing is that like we will be talking about
Well,
this.
here's the fake spoilers. They were saying online that the killers were related to Stu, but they were getting revenge for Stu's nephew getting killed in the 5th film. And that totally was not the case at all.
No, they did this whole like it's related to
right,
spoiler
and it had
alert.
nothing to do with him. But
yeah,
that poster that was put out, the marketing was genius for this movie. Because they put a poster out with the subway system. And every stop was a different killer. And then when you watch the film, you realize, okay, what they did. And it was kind of brilliant marketing. Because that poster makes sense now. Like why they did that.
yeah. Like I liked it better than 5.
What? Oh, God.
Yeah, I did too.
But I also think because even like Nev Campbell in 5 was very like it didn't. I wanted her to. I like that she was there, but they just didn't do. And then 5 killed off Dewey, which was just a big mistake. And then,
yeah, I saw an interview with those guys. They're like, we don't want to do it. It's like, shut up, asshole. You did it.
I still think that, this one it made me like the characters a little bit more. The core 4. That's what they kept calling themselves, and they had more time to establish them. I didn't mind the new characters as much, and I thought the whole them referencing Scream 2, because I think Scream 2 is probably the best Scream sequel, arguably.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that, and they did the family thing where it's the family and it's the cop. But I suspected that it was the goofy kid, the slutty roommate, and the cop. Like I kind of honestly suspected that. So in my opinion, the reveal was very weak because I just thought that it was very, very much predictable. And they didn't even care that it was predictable. I like the fact that there was 3 Ghostface. I think that's cool. But like, I'm sorry, but like, how the hell did they fucking rent out an expensive ass theater in New York that's still standing without anybody fucking noticing? And it takes Gail Weathers to be the one person that doesn't notice any of that, or she's the one that notices. But why would she notice that first? Like there's certain blatant flaws that I'm like, I don't. And my biggest disappointment
movie is like that.
Yeah, and what the fuck happened to Kirby? She looks like she aged like 30 years, and she's only 30.
Why was she looking like, oh, hey, guys,
she looks like she was drunk in every scene.
Well,
she looked like
she
was
had
fucked up in every scene.
She had a lot of drug problems, guys, for real.
Okay, but the thing is that my point is they barely fucking used her, and what's the point of bringing her back when you don't fucking do shit with her?
That's what they're doing, man, because The Force Awakens put that template out there. Bring the old people back to get the old people in the theater, but promote the new people. I hate that fucking shit.
Courtney Cox looks like a lizard. I mean, I thought it was a Geico commercial. I'm coming at everybody's neck. I don't care.
I didn't say that. You did.
This is one of the things
she still looks okay, Courtney Cox. But
I just think that at the end of the day, there's legacy characters, but I just don't think they know what to do with them. And in talks of Nev coming back, it's like if Nev came back, what the fuck would you actually do? That isn't her hiding out for most of the movie, coming in for
her versus Sam. That's what you do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that when they do the full turn, because it left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You could see that turn is coming, and the fact that she was able to put on the mat, everything, and did the whole get up and kill the dude. I thought that was cool. There were certain things I thought was cool, but it wasn't anything I didn't really expect a whole lot out of this, and I didn't really get a lot at the end of everything. I would just rank them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 5. There's no way that this is one of the best fucking Scream movies. I don't see it. I know a lot of people were giving it praise.
It was a good film, but it was just missing something that makes it Scream. And I'm not talking about Nev Campbell. I'm just
right.
You know what I mean? You watch the first movie and you're like, it's hip.
The fake out intro was interesting, right? The fake out opening, that's what I thought was interesting.
That guy was an asshole in the beginning.
Yeah, and that was what I thought they were going somewhere with that. I was like, oh, they're gonna show us the identity of the killer like ahead of time. Like, what would be, you can kind of see that they were gonna throw something else in there to throw it off like they normally do, but that was like another fake out. Like they didn't do a double fake out since like Scream 4. When they were doing the whole
Well, here's
stab
the thing with this film.
thing.
It seems like everyone's immortal except for the killers.
Yeah. More killers died than
Yeah, how many
people.
times can you get stabbed and you're just gonna be like, I'm fine, and you're just losing so much blood? Like if that happened to any of our like other characters besides Dewey, who's gotten his fair share of damage in the past, everyone's getting stabbed in this movie and everyone recovers. Like, and even like there's fake outs and there's just a lot like. I kind of knew what they were doing with the Courtney Cox scene. To be fair, like that was one of my favorite scenes. I loved her showdown with Ghostface. That was probably one of my favorite scenes. So I'm not. I was making fun of Courtney Cox, but I still think she's a good actress, and I did like to see a legacy character because she was the only legacy character there to hold it down.
Right.
And I do respect the fact that she was there, filmed for a few days, and it was there. But
Well,
I don't know.
if
I just think
she's going out with Sydney. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I just think that like there's certain things about this that I did enjoy more than 5. In terms of visual elements, I also thought that it looks very good. They actually shot it in New York. It does have that authentic New York feel.
They didn't shoot it in New York. Oh,
well, if they didn't, then
Canada.
they did a really good job at making it seem like it was New York, even more than like Jason Takes Manhattan. But at the same time, like they're trying to switch it up without making it so much like, all right, this is just another Woodsboro thing. This is like a college campus away from what they're doing.
Kind of like Scream 2 was in college.
Yeah, it was just a callback. They talk about OBZ, Omega Beta Zeta, like shit like that, like the different little things that they have, like references that they had was cool. But I also like, there's just the obvious thing where you're just like, okay, she's just explaining, oh, we're in a franchise now, and this, and you're just like, okay, yes. Like you get like, you're just kind of like, all right, let's get on with this. Like you're just doing this because you have to, kind of like meta thing. And like, I get it, but it's also just like, I don't understand how some characters can just get stabbed that many times and come out unscathed, or not unscathed, but like they just survive. It's movie magic, I guess, but I don't know. It had more time to develop the characters, but I also think that like it was very predictable with where it was going, and I thought the whole like layer thing was cool. And the different masks, I thought that was kind of cool. But I also think that they just didn't really know where to take it, and like. I'm sorry, the scene where they're at the very top of the theater and they're running at each other like and then they hit, like that's just like I literally laughed. Like that wasn't good. That wasn't good acting. Like there's just certain things that were very like off-putting about that. Like I felt like so much shit was happening at the end. Like they did the fake out with Kirby, and then they did this and that. Like everything was happening. You're like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, do they even know how to really end this thing? And it didn't really seem like they did. And they didn't do much with Kirby, which was a big letdown. So like I don't. It wasn't anything very memorable, but I did like it more than 5. I guess it was the better attempt in the year's gap, in my opinion, from Scream 4. It was their best attempt, but I also didn't really know. Again, that with like leaving it in a cliffhanger like that, I think they're gonna try to make it to where Sam Foley turns, and that's what we're gonna see. I think she did a better job acting overall in this film. I didn't really like her character in the last one. Maybe that was on purpose, but I just didn't really, I liked having more time with the new characters basically, but it was just okay. But like, it wasn't anything I really feel like rewatching again,
Man,
like.
Skeet Ulrich is looking less and less like Skeet Ulrich in these movies.
I like how in this he just shows up in a reflection. Like you could just tell they got him in like a day, and they're like, yeah, that's it.
Well, he was in the last one too.
Well, yeah, but like he was in it a little bit more than in that one.
He'll be in it more going forward. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought they were gonna do the Stu thing, because they kind of mentioned that, like, oh, some say he's still alive, and
He's dead. Kevin Williamson said he's dead, and he said
yeah,
that like a month ago.
yeah, but it's just like, again, it's just wishful thinking. It's just things that they could have done. It's just the same thing with like Nev turning, heel. It's the same thing. It's like that would have been cool, but they didn't do it, and they kind of missed that opportunity. So, but what did you guys think overall?
Well,
Like,
so you know, 7 got greenlit, and it's filming this summer. And by the way, the writers said that they can make about 10 more of these movies. They have the
Well,
next
this movie
10
made a
films
ton of
planned
money.
out. Oh yeah, worldwide it made $84 million.
Yeah, it made a ton.
That's worldwide, not domestic.
yeah, it beat out Scream 3. That held the highest opening weekend. So this is the highest opening return.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
good that the
I think
franchise
it's
some
because
legs.
it's because horror is, I think, at a full bloom right now. I think we're getting a lot of good horror stuff, give or take, right? That it's all subjective to what you like. But I think Scream 4 just came out when it wasn't time for horror. It just wasn't time for this thing to come back, and I think that didn't do well in the box office, and I think that just kind of hurt what could have came from that. But I think if Paramount can move these movies out as much as fucking, like a Friday 13th used to be put out, then you got to give love to Friday 13th too. You can't just have Scream coming in. But I think that Scream is more popular right now than Friday 13th because it's more relevant. Because they're not doing anything with Friday 13th. It's been years. Like, it has a diehard fan base, right? So it's going to make money no matter
Friday
what.
13th,
but like,
you just go see Jason kill people. This movie, it's a whodunit. So it's like you want to know who's the killer. You want to know who survives, who doesn't survive.
And you want to know the motive behind it. Like, you want to see what's going on.
There's
and
a bunch of factors that go into this film being popular, and that's the reason why. So the latter
thing
scene
is,
was one of the best scenes in the series, says Richard. Yeah, it was pretty good.
That scene genuinely like freaked me out. I was like getting anxiety.
Yeah,
watching
I
scene.
think the filmmakers know what they're doing, the two directors, and I think also one of the effective scenes, I think, was in the convenience store. That actually was a very effective scene. It looks silly in the trailer, but when you watch it, you're like, okay, this is actually, and it does look like the convenience store. We're talking about RoboCop. That looks like the same fucking store from RoboCop. I know it's not, but it does look like the same fucking store. But I think there's cool like callbacks, you know what I mean? But I just don't know what else they're going to do going forward unless they, bring Nev back and obviously Courtney and try to do it, like finish out this trilogy. Well, this is kind of the end of one trilogy, but try to bring, if they're going to bring it in for another 3 films, you know what I mean? They have to keep striking while the iron's hot. They don't want to wait. And if Friday 13th isn't coming out and they want to make Ghostface their like mainstay for horror, well, it's working and it makes money. So, I wish we had Friday 13th along with this because I'm a fan of both, it just sucks you have people like Leatherface getting all movies and reboots and shit.
Yeah, Leatherface is fucking take a break.
Like, I'm happy to see Ghostface on the screen again. It's cool to see these in the theater because I didn't get a chance to see the first 3. I was too young. So I saw 4 in theaters, 5 in theaters, and 6 in theaters. So
I saw them all in theaters up until last year when 5 came out. 5 and 6 I didn't see in theater, which I'm pissed about. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's like they are tradition, like in terms of like, I do like to kind of, see these when they're fresh and see them before they're completely spoiled and but it was just okay. It wasn't really anything that I would probably go back and watch. But there was some cool elements of the filmmaking that I did appreciate. And I think visually it's a great looking film. I did not think you needed to see this in 3D at fucking all. So if they got your money, I'm sorry. That is a horrible gimmick for this movie because there was nothing that remotely would give you a 3D effect at all. Also the train sequence was actually really cool. The darkness and stuff like that. That was really well done. So I think they utilized the New York gimmick pretty well. I think that's the one thing I did like about this movie is the New York gimmick.
Right.
but I just didn't really feel like, again, it had it utilized what it brought back, and the callbacks weren't as like, as punchy, like with Kirby and stuff like that, where Kirby's such a cool character and she's this FBI agent all of a sudden, which is fine, but like we just didn't get anything more than that. Like we just got like her appearing and that was it.
Yo. I'm sending you this. They modded the fucking chainsaw demo.
That's what I was telling you. They put I saw one where they put the guy from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in it. and
Fuck
stuff.
that. I got the best one. I'm gonna
Oh,
send this to you
geez.
right now.
I'm ready.
No. The community has spoken.
Fuck that. I'm sending this right now. See, this is why you always check Twitter before we sign off here.
Okay.
Oh man, I gotta put this in here. Hang on. I gotta put it in the show.
No! Yes! Oh my god! I want to download this mod. That is the best.
Well, I always use the Shrek mod in RE3 remake.
Oh fuck, man.
That is amazing.
Swamp Leon.
That
Oh,
looks
man.
scary, dude. That's
Yeah,
actually
that's
really
scarier
scary.
Jeez.
Yo,
That is great.
I gotta find that now.
Dr. Salvador is a Shrek.
Who is Dr. Salvador?
So that was his original name, the
Who?
Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man,
Guy?
the Chainsaw Man. Yeah, that was his name. But like, they're not calling him that in this game, so a lot of people would yell at me and say I'm wrong, and I shouldn't be calling him that because that's not what his name is. But like, I just call him that because I don't keep going like, oh, the Chainsaw Man, oh, the Chainsaw, like it's like Dr. Salvador. But it's fine if people want to call it Chainsaw. People just call him the Chainsaw Man if they don't know what that is. Yeah, that's where that comes from. But that's an amazing mod.
That is so great.
It's 3/16 day.
Also, we pre-ordered the Scream Steelbook as well. So there you go.
It's ready to go. It's on Amazon. 9 days till Resident Evil. That was yesterday, so it's 8 days.
Yeah, we're pretty much a week out at this point. I'll probably be getting it Thursday. At this point, so
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till Friday because that's when CD Keys are gonna mail it out.
yeah.
Unless it goes on live on Xbox at midnight or something. I don't know what the hell's going on with these fucking companies. You pre-order a game and you can't play it till like 1 o'clock the next afternoon. It's like, I want to play it at midnight, man. So I think Evil Dead Rise comes out today on HBO or in the theater or something.
It's not in HBO anymore. Theaters only. Theaters only. It comes out April 21st.
Well, you know what I say to that? Fuck them. Fuck all these theaters only people. Because I can't go to the theaters.
It's New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers, and
yeah,
you
they
would
can
think,
go suck a fucking cock. Fuck Warner Brothers and fuck New Line.
Warner Brothers owns HBO, so that's why it's like it's all in.
Yeah, well, HBO sucks a big fucking dick too. Fuck those guys.
So here's the thing, Perry. It premiered yesterday.
We want
at
you to go to
South
the
by
movies,
Southwest.
even if you do get sick, because we don't care about you. We care about the money.
Yeah, March 15th is when it premiered, Perry, at South by Southwest, but it doesn't come out until next month on the 21st. So
Yeah,
2
fuck
days
the
after.
movie theaters. Fuck these theaters.
2 days after the Power Rangers premiere is when it comes out.
Well, I'm definitely watching Power. See, I don't have to go to the theaters for Power Rangers. It's going to be on Netflix.
It says that they made a deal that moved it to theatrical in August of 2022 as part of the restructuring plan for the film distribution at Warner Brothers. And that would see the studio relying less on HBO Max only releases. So there you go.
That's okay, because I won't subscribe to any of that bullshit.
It's probably going to be a piece of shit, Perry, so you're not going to miss much.
This is what I don't understand. There are people that want to go to the theaters. That's fine. They're going to go to the theaters. There are people that don't want to go to the theaters. I didn't want to go to the theaters before this whole picnic shit. Now I really don't want to go to the theaters.
Well, nowadays you got to wait like 2 weeks and then it's online. You know what I mean? It's a different animal nowadays. Like
Right.
in the
But
streaming
what's
era,
the big fucking deal if they put it out on demand the same day it's in theaters? We
it's
actually had
because
that
it's
for a
Evil
little bit.
Dead. It's because they're trying not to make Evil Dead this direct to streaming thing. Evil Dead's something they've always put in the theaters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll tell that
Like,
to Showtime when they fucking had it on there.
hey, same thing with Halloween. They did Peacock. I'm not saying they can't do it, and
That
it
was
hasn't
great.
been done.
We could just stay home and watch it. It was great.
Right. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I think they're trying. I think HBO and Warner Brothers, they took a hit doing it that way, and they're just like, you know what,
They
we're
didn't
not
take
fucking
a
doing
hit
that
doing
shit
it because
anymore.
that Trolls movie made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but I mean, this is also,
No, it's
this
an
is also
excuse
more.
because they gotta fucking fuel the candy guys. They gotta fuel the popcorn guys. It's a whole big fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, at this point, it's Evil Dead Rise. It's probably not going to be good, so you're probably not missing anything.
Well, Bruce Campbell's in the movie.
He's not in the movie.
He is. He's hidden in the film, and the director says if you find him, he'll give you $50.
The thing is that they can, they can fuck off with this. The trailer looked like shit, and
Well, they said he's hidden in the film, and the director said, if you can tell me where he is in the film, I'll give you $50.
I really don't want to see it.
And Bruce
I don't
Campbell and Sam Raimi said that they can make a few more of these movies, and they want to make one with Bruce in it again. So who the
see
hell knows
that
what
I'd be
they're gonna
down
do?
for. But this
Well,
one, I
Just
don't
fucking
really
make a
want
movie to
see.
wrap up the show.
It's just, again, I don't know where.
Have
I don't know.
Pablo and everybody come back and do all that shit.
Yeah, that's why I think I don't have interest in this, because it's just like I was, I liked where they were going with that, and this whole concept doesn't really, interest me. And it's going to be an Evil Dead for a new generation, and that might be fine for some people, but like,
Yeah, because the last one worked 10 years ago, right?
yeah, but it's like, dude, the show was so good, and you could have just wrapped that up, like you said, and that's
will.
where I'm.
Once this movie
That's where
bombs,
I'm
they're
just-
going to go back to that.
Yeah, it probably will make just as much money as the 2013 one, and then that won't even be saying much, Like, I get it, they're using practical blood. I get it, they're using, X amount of gallons of blood. Like, that's cool, but that doesn't mean the movie's going to be good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just don't really have high hopes for it. So, I don't know. It's just going to be another standalone Evil Dead film that doesn't mean dick to the universe, because they can get away with that. They can take the Evil Dead concept and make it have this standalone thing, and if they want to connect it, they will. But just like the 2013 one, they never really connected it because they just did the show instead. And I feel like you said, they're going to do the same thing. They'll circle back to the show. This will be a one-off Evil Dead. They won't talk about it ever again, and then they'll go back and then finish the Bruce story or something. They're going to do something like that. So it might just run its course, bomb at the box office, and then they might just move to something else. And I think that's where it could go, because they realize that if you don't have those legacy characters around, like, who's really going to go see this besides, like, new teenagers or people like that are just getting into it? Like, I don't really think you're going to get like that crowd.
Just give me the fucking movie on demand. That's all I want. I'm tired of
Well, give me fucking Bruce Campbell. I don't want to. I'm sorry. I know people like Evil Dead 2013, but I don't really give a fuck unless Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi's not writing it, he's not directing it, he's not even fucking, like, yeah, maybe he's producing it and he kicks back and gets a check, but they're not doing dick on this fucking movie.
Yeah,
and that pisses
he didn't
me
want
off.
to give Ash the fucking New Line for fucking Freddy vs.
No.
Jason 2.
No, and that's what I'm saying, is like, I feel like if he feels that, like, protective of the character, or maybe he wants to come back and do one more, it's like, dude, just give it to us now instead of sitting here waiting another 10 years. Bruce is getting older. Sam Raimi's getting older. It's like, why are we sitting here wasting time? We already saw this with we're talking about Paramount with fucking Friday 13th and all this shit. It's like, we already wasted so much time. And it's like, what are we doing here? And it's fine. Ghostface is cashing your checks, but like, holy fuck, man. Like, there's so much more that could be done. Same thing with Evil Dead, especially after the 3 seasons that I didn't think were bad at all.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just my rant about Evil Dead. I just wish that they handled it a little bit better than what they're actually doing. But we'll see. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, or I might just wait for it to appear on the BG, So.
Well, I would just like to buy movies on demand. Keep them in the theater. I don't give a shit. Let people experience it the way they want. It's like Xbox. Play wherever you want, right? Why can't I watch a movie wherever I want? Fuck these big corporate. Ooh, they might lose some money. Fuck them. How much money are they making off my Blu-rays and 4Ks and DVDs? You know what I mean? I'm sick of this bullshit.
Even if it costs like $30 to watch Mario at my house, I would do it.
I can't see
Like,
that
I wanna-
now.
I wanna
saw
see
the
it so
original
bad.
movie fucking 30 years ago, and I can't
Well, you
watch
guys,
the
you
new one.
guys already know why they're putting that in theaters. Like I don't have to explain to any
Yeah,
of
and
you why
that's
they're putting it
fucking
in theaters.
Cough
They want the
City in that
they want the
fucking
mom
theater.
and the dad to spend money with on the food and the kids and the family. Like that's what it's about. That's why family movies bring people out, and that's why
Yes, I know,
that is
but
only
there's
going to the
always going to be
theater.
kids in that theater. There's just no way around it, and they're all sick all the time. And I'm not going. So Mario's going to have to kiss my ass.
Yeah, they're banking on that. That's going to be a
VOD
you know,
that shit,
that's going to be a big deal.
and it sucks. 'Cause I
Nintendo would
really-
never settle for that, Perry. Either.
Sucks because I really want to see it, but I'm not risking my fucking life to go watch a Mario Brothers movie. I already
Nintendo
did that
wants
with
you
the
to pay
first
full
one.
price for the game, and they don't care.
It's
They're like,
probably
"You'll pay
gonna
full
get
price."
cam ripped anyway, so it's something.
Yeah, but I don't want to see a fucking cam rip. I want to pay
Yeah,
the
I
money
know.
and watch it at home.
yeah, especially like on a nice TV.
I mean, what do we live? What fucking world do we live in?
Back to the 90s
You
with
could
the
play a
camera.
game any way you want. You could stream fucking 25 fucking TV shows anywhere you want. But I can't watch a fucking movie that they could just put on there, say, hey, it's $30, and just keep doing the movie theater thing.
I'd pay it in a second. The $30. I wouldn't even question it. I'd be like,
People-
please take my money.
People are always going to go to theaters because that's how they want to
It's just
experience
it's
it.
just because they just like again, it's them and the piracy thing. They just know people
It's
are
not
going
the
to
piracy thing. It's the fucking... It's because they got to do the candy distributors. It's all this other shit.
Just
No, it's everything. It's because they
The
don't
piracy
make,
thing is like nothing compared to the shit that they really got to deal with.
well, no, but they don't want you to rip it if it goes on.
I know that, but they
fucking
also got to
thing.
do the candy stuff. They got to do the rent for the fucking buildings. They got deals with these companies. AMC's got to deal with the people that got the reels. and
Well, yeah,
shit.
I mean, but
It's a
look
whole
at
thing. They call it the candy mafia. You know that, right?
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know about that.
So that's why those guys got pissed off during the whole picnic thing when they started doing VOD. And then that's why everyone rolled back what they were going to do because that was actually going to kill the theaters. A couple of these places went bankrupt because of that shit. But to keep the theaters alive and to keep the candy distributors happy and all these guys, they went back on their fucking word and they're doing regular thing now. And they don't care who gets sick and drops dead. They got you $13. So good on them, right? I didn't want to go to theaters before all that shit. It's like we're moving forward with all this technology and we can't move forward on fucking movies. Like, come on.
I'm more worried about maniacs in the theater than anything. It's like you just don't know anymore.
I got
That's
Call
what
of
sucks.
Duty playing on my fucking toilet bowl, okay? My refrigerator, my toilet can play Call of Duty, but I can't watch a fucking movie. Come on. That's bullshit.
It's all good. I mean, I think at the end of the day, like I've always been a movie theater guy,
And
so
go to
I
the
always
theater,
like
but
that
I want to stay
experience.
home. So you go to the theater and I'll stay home. But give me the option.
Right.
Fuck the
At least
piracy
let's
thing.
have the
That's
option.
that's like no percentage with movies. Look at Scream. Scream got leaked fucking 2 days before the theater. Everyone ran out and fucking saw it, right? It made $80 million fucking dollars. That's what I'm saying. With Spider-Man, the same thing. The movie got leaked and they made over $400 million opening week.
Like casual, like mom and dads aren't gonna be like, "Oh, I'll just go
If it's a
torrent
good fucking
it real
movie,
quick."
piracy ain't gonna hurt it.
Yeah,
If it's a shitty movie, it's a shitty movie. Piracy ain't gonna hurt it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just yeah, it's been again. I think eventually down the road it'll be a just experience it how you want type thing. But
Nah, they're never gonna change it. And they got the tech yesterday.
they got scared, Perry. They got scared. So now that they got scared, we gotta
Trolls
suffer.
made like fucking $200 million fucking
they all
opening
they all got
weekend
scared.
streaming.
made more money streaming probably than it would have in the theater.
It's just like I said, like you said with the picnic thing, they got scared, and ever since then we're paying for it now. Like things will never go back to that ease of use because they
Well, the
got scared.
companies didn't get scared, but the fucking theaters forced them to fucking go back and do their own thing.
Well, I think all of them were shitting their pants for a little bit. I think it's safe to say that even
Because
the
remember, like AMC was saying, was it AMC that said they weren't going to carry any Universal movies anymore?
right.
And then
Yeah, they were
Universal had to
threatening
like
it.
backtrack and stop showing their
But
fucking
you know
shit
that
on
Warner Brothers
VOD.
and all these guys were probably like shitting themselves thinking how to work through it, how to figure it out. And I think ever since
I
then,
think they're good to go. They know that they could put it on VOD for $30 a pop, which is what they did for a couple of weeks.
but then they're like, but we can just not do that and make X amount of money, and that's where the corporations go. They follow the money trail, right? So it's like we get screwed over, like you said.
Well,
We
no,
don't
what
get the
happened
options. We get options taken away.
what happened was they figured when this thing was going to end, they were fucked because the theaters weren't going to carry their movies. But they knew
Right.
it. They always knew in the back of their minds, if the theaters go out of business, we're still going to fucking do this and make money. They were just trying to keep the theaters afloat. Probably because they had contracts and shit, and they didn't want to get involved in all that. So whatever. I mean, it sucks. When a movie comes out, it's on like 15,000 fucking services you could buy it on. There's no difference if it's pirated or not. Just give me the damn option, or make a good fucking DRM service where I can just buy it. You know, I could play all these Xbox games on fucking 50 different platforms. I can't watch a movie on different platforms. I gotta wait like a month or two. Like, come on, man. That's bullshit. We got the tech, use it. Fuck the movie theater. I mean, this shit's 100 years old. 100 million years old. Go to the theater and get sick all you want. I'm not getting sick. Screw that shit. Give me an option. Let the people that want to go, and let the people that don't want to go stay home and watch it, and I'll pay for it. Bill and Ted, anybody? So, and I felt that way before the whole fucking thing anyway. Before this whole picnic bullshit, I didn't want to go to the theaters. It was always inconvenient. So, fuck that. The last movie I saw in theaters is Sonic 1, so there you go. Great way to go out with a great movie. So, what else? What did you think about the movie, Frank?
Scream?
Yeah.
You
didn't give your take.
I agree with Anthony's ranking of the movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and
All right,
5.
fuck the rankings. Just tell me what you felt about the movie.
Well, I think I mean, there was a lot of good scenes in it. I'm not like a huge I haven't been into it as long as you guys have, so for me, I didn't really see it coming as much as you guys did because I was just like, oh wow, but it made sense at the end. I wish they used Kirby more, like you were saying. But overall, I mean, I thought it was a fine movie. It would have been cool if there were more legacy people in it, if Nev was in it, but I mean, we got what we got. I liked it overall though, and I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on VOD.
Yeah,
when
me
it's
too.
in
I'm gonna
better
rewatch
quality,
it.
so I can actually really enjoy it. But overall, it was good.
Yeah, Scream 5, I think I saw twice. And then, I'll probably try to rewatch this again just to kind of get another take on it, so I know how I feel definitively. But I mean, I already kind of know how I feel just walking away from this, but I like to just, check them out a couple times. I got the 4K Steelbook, which looks cool. I like the ghost face in New York kind of thing when you open it up. So I think they had a lot of cool gimmicks that they ran home with this. That was cool. Like you said, could have fooled me. I thought it was filmed in New York, but it was filmed in Canada. So at least you can make it look like New York, and it doesn't look, cheap, obviously, because they do have money. So it's not being made by a bunch of amateurs here. So they know what they're doing. They know how to make it look aesthetically nice.
I did think it was weird how they killed those copycat guys.
Yeah,
that was
right.
just weird. It did. What did that do? It just happened.
No, because what they did was they they put the building and everything under their names,
Oh, right,
so that when
yes.
Gail dug up the info, she wouldn't know who had the shrine.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about
Didn't know
that.
who it belonged to. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just weird that they were stalking that guy who was trying to stalk them.
Right.
It's kind of confusing, but hey, they went out the box and did their own thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I think each Scream kind of stands uh on its own. You know, I think this kind of stands with 5, but it's still on its own in terms of like how it tried some stuff differently and kind of brought it into a different like location that was not really expected. You know, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things they try to just say, okay, how can we call this back if it's not the first one? Because the 5th one had a callback, obviously, with the house and everything, and it did that little callback. So this one had a callback the college, campus kind of thing.
Even at the end, when this guy is on the stretcher, that's like Gale and Dewey.
It's like Gale and Dewey, and like, oh, we have
Bunch of
another
other
body
shit.
here, that
Ended
kind
in
of
the
thing.
theater like in Scream 2. Ended with the fake out with the shooting like Scream 2.
And the projection on the screen kind of reminded me of like, remember Scream 3 when Roman's like showing the
It was a
the
family of
movie
a
and stuff.
previous killer like in Scream 2.
Yeah, it
It's all
really
Scream
did kind
2.
of, yeah, it really drove home that thing minus the play, setting. It was still in a theater,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought there was a lot of cool moments to it, and I think it could have been, a lot more disappointing. But if they want to keep it going, I'm all for it to
Right.
just like see where it goes. Because obviously it could get ridiculous after a while, I know. So I'm curious to see how they keep it going and keep it fresh. But obviously if they want to pay Nev to come back, I'm sure she'll come back and they'll do something with her, but just make her in the movie more than just like, they're not. They're going to focus on the core 4 and continue to do this, thing, but we'll see if we see Sam's full turn by the end of the 7th or 8th one, or I don't know what they're doing. So
Well, I want to thank our sponsors on Patreon: JB Zombie 89, Abo, Hockey Fan, and Captain Catch. Thank you for being sponsors over on Patreon with the Game Complainers Podcast. I want to thank
thank you guys.
Liquor Sandwich for being a member of the channel, and I believe Nick is a member of the channel as well. And RWK is actually a member, but he was gifted the membership. But yes, he's a member as well. So thank you guys for being members. Check out Dreadpool's channel. He's got merchandise on his Teespring store. Check out Anthony's channel. Let's Talk Resident Evil. Check out Jesus and the guys over at M3 TV on YouTube for all the wrestling news. Next couple of weeks, we're on the road to WrestleMania. Check them out. They're going to be covering all that crazy stuff. One thing, did I mention Liquor Sandwich? I think I did, right? He's a member of the channel. Thank you for being a member, Liquor. I want to thank RWK88 for the $1.99 super chat. Is there anybody else I have to plug? I'm forgetting here. Oh, VB. Shout out to VB. It's VB. He's Trainwreck. Check him out. Check his channel out. Check him out on Twitch as well. Vengeful Brick. I think that's about it. Not a big fan of Evil Dead guy, but 2 Army was best. 2 and Army of the Darkness are best. Rise looks like the remake. I've been to theaters like 5 times this year in the last 5 years. I only go to theaters a few times a year. I really hate how 4 visually looks. With the color, they messed up the grading and processing. The detective also put Sam's license at the scene of the 2 fakes. Scream 2 originally had 3 killers before the rewrites. And there were 3 killers in this one, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It seems like these guys are just watching the movies again, and they're just like modernizing them.
Yeah.
There's no real genius here. They're just like bringing it into the current.
Yeah, taking a template that's already there.
Yeah, now that we're like looking at this from
And again, they try to have that whole thing where like, where Randy's nephew or whatever it is like she's like, "Oh yeah, we're in a franchise now, this and that." So they try to like, hit it on the nose while also just like you said, pulling things from those other films and just throwing it in there.
It's like The Force
And
Awakens.
she's the one that gets it. She's like Ghostface, like great. I'm stuck on the train with Ghostface, like when she's texting, like that stuff's funny. It's like, yeah, like she, it was so obvious, and you called it just like how the audience would call it. So
Yeah, I think they're definitely following that template. They're remaking these films like Force Awakens, man. They literally just took the template from A New Hope and just redid it. That's pretty much what they're doing here. But we're not realizing that until after we watch it.
exactly.
When you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay. And then
And it's funny because
stuff.
we watched Scream 2 in the hotel room, like for Monster Mania on, I think it was like Friday night, and we saw it on Sunday. So I just thought, because I was in a Scream 2 mood. And it's funny that I watched that, and then Scream 6 has all these references, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny, because now I'm kind of like refreshed on that. So I kind of saw those connections right on the off the top there. So
these Ghostface weren't really good killers.
Yeah, I mean, these
had to be the dumbest ghost faces of all time.
I honestly think that, yeah, they're the least memorable, in my opinion. I think it's even Scream 5 and 4.
You know what I was thinking too? At the end, okay, when the big reveal happens, apparently the family is all nuts. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just help the guy in the first film? In the fifth film, you know what I mean?
Right. Why wasn't there
if you're all crazy, why didn't he just go to you guys and get help?
And I understand it's a revenge plot, so that's why it drove them to that point. But it's like, wouldn't you been crazy enough to like be in on his stuff anyway?
Apparently, the family is all fucking nuts.
Yeah,
I thought they were dumb when she was hanging and he was trying to like stab her. It's like, you're not gonna, like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, and then the whole like when he ran at her, like it was the detective and Sam, and they were screaming, like, I don't know. I would say 4 through 6 has the least memorable Ghostface easily. Charlie onward and like that, all that shit
fucking sucks.
And like, and Sydney's cousin and all that stuff, like onward, downhill.
Now
like,
you see what was her name? Emma Roberts?
Yeah, that was the actress. I forget. Jill was her name in the, yeah. So right. Jill and Charlie onward, it was just downhill.
All right. So Emma Roberts was the killer in 4. I would say get Eric Roberts to play the killer in 7.
Yeah.
That would be nuts. That'd be
awesome.
Happy.
I mean, the thing is that
he should have played the fucking detective.
Because I know, like, Charlie was like, he was like he tried to be the whole, the whole side piece there, and then Jill took the credit, and it was like, again, I just didn't really care for those reveals onward, and like those people, as like Roman was the last like one. You're like, okay, like I believe this is good. There's more like to his character. But then afterwards, it just seemed like it was weak with each reveal.
So the
original, it just got weaker.
Original ending that was not the original ending. It was a fake ending that somebody posted online about a month ago. It was going to be Stu's family, which it's not. And then when that's all settled, the ending would show Kirby looking at Jill's statue or her mask or whatever. And then all of a sudden, a third Ghostface pops out and kills Kirby. And then Sam runs back into the room, and the Ghostface...
You don't know who did it.
The Ghostface reveals themselves to Sam, and she's like, it's you, and then it just ends. That's what somebody wrote, but it's all bullshit.
Oh.
That's why so, like, she killed,
she killed her without... Oh, okay.
So what?
And I was saying, so she kills her without, like, her knowing, basically. and then she runs in and is like, what happened?
No,
Like that was the original. That's
no,
what,
a
like what they
random.
wrote.
There's a random third guy that you don't know the identity of, and it ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh, I thought you meant Sam killed
No.
Kirby at the end.
Sam runs
Oh.
back and sees
Oh.
the guy, who
Yeah.
then takes the mask off and realizes. Now, that was a bullshit ending.
That would have been dumb.
But
that would have been like.
That's when I said you're really not going to like this movie. Remember, I said that.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
because that was going all over the place online. It's like you can't end this movie on a cliffhanger. It's stupid.
And now they kind of left it still kind of open.
Yeah, you know she's going to turn, but you don't know when.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring. Stu is dead. He's not coming back. He's dead. See, in Scream 3, they were going to bring Stu back, but it was going to be his twin brother. Because the story was going to be that the parents were out of town during Scream 1 when he threw the final party at the end. The story was going to be the parents were out of town to go to the asylum to go get the twin brother out of the asylum. That's what the story was going to be for Scream 3. And then all this other shit happened in real life, and then they got rid of it. They scrapped all that stuff.
Yep.
And that girl was supposed to be the second killer. The girl that fucking slept with what's his name, the old guy?
Oh, Candy
Alien?
was supposed to be the.
Yeah, remember Sydney caught her with the mask, and she's like, "Oh."
Oh yeah,
She
yeah.
was originally supposed to be Roman's girlfriend.
The chick that played Sydney in Stab.
Right.
And
She was going to be the second killer with Roman.
She's like, I did not fuck that pig Milton to have my whatever the fuck she says in the.
So that was a rewrite.
Mansion. Yeah, that's kind of funny though, because I love how in 3 it's like you felt his pulse and you didn't like, he can't fake his pulse. Like what the fuck?
Right.
She's like, he's dead. That was just so silly. Scream 3 just got really silly. I still like it, but Creed made that movie, so it's all good. It's the Creed.
Roman's better than Stu having an evil twin.
Well, Roman just made more sense because they at least brought him back. Yeah, it tied it up.
The whole thing. That hey, because like,
and he actually got stabbed, on the set accidentally, which is a crazy story,
Well, that's what happens when
that reaction.
Knives.
Yeah, that reaction when he's like gets stabbed from behind the counter. That's real. She accidentally missed the fucking pad and stabbed him. So,
dude, that's the funniest scene
trivia.
in the fucking movie.
Because he's like, like you could actually see like he's screaming in pain. Like it's real. I love Cotton getting murdered in the beginning of Scream 3. I think that's a great scene.
Well, he was useless. There was no reason.
And he's cutting traffic. He's like, shit. It's such a anxiety-ridden scene. There's something about it that always like creeped me out. So like uneasy. But yeah, that's Scream.
Nothing else here. No final tweets or anything crazy.
I was just checking Wario, but he didn't put anything up for like an hour.
Wario.
The second we hit end. Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah. Oh.
Why don't I check and see if this thing got leaked out?
Yeah, I checked a little while ago, but check again.
Check what? What are you talking about?
Resident.
Where are you looking?
The site with the where they have like all the stuff, all the PS4 stuff, PS3, PS2, and I checked on a couple other sites. Yeah.
Well, the problem is that like someone has to know how to fucking rip it. Like the problem is like
only
people
one guy
have it.
Only the one guy could do it because he's not sharing the hack. So basically, one guy has a hack for the PlayStation 4 on like current firmware, and he's able to fucking rip all the new games and backport them.
And that's what needs to happen.
They're not sharing the hack because they don't want Sony to patch it.
Yeah.
So this one guy has to get a hold of this game. What?
Would this be considered a backport if it's already for the PS4 though? Like if there's a version for the PS4?
You need to run a version 9.00 and below.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that guy needs to get a hold of the game and then fucking backport it. And I
So
think
it
that
could be
I think they're
accessed.
backporting this shit through PS5. I think they're just not saying it. Because
Oh,
how the
fuck.
fuck are they getting all these games to work?
That's true, right? I mean, we saw it with Dying Light too, and all that other shit. They were getting all that shit to work.
Yeah, there's something going on, but they're not
Yo.
disclosing what's going on. They're just ripping it, and it's funny because they said, "Oh, well, the homebrew thing isn't about piracy," and it's like that's all you're doing. You're uploading
Yeah.
fucking games.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Fucking homebrew my ass. Married with Children is trending. Oh no, what happened? Married with Children has comic books. Okay. Okay, let me go to PS4. Hang on, I'm checking other places. You guys still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, hang on. That'll be good. This will be good. This will be good. And check one more. Let's go to new. Nope. Go here. Oh, 46 minutes ago. Oh, fuck. Oh, whoa,
Uh-oh.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
wait a minute.
Uh-oh. No,
I
no,
fucked
no.
up. I fucked up.
Uh,
This guy posted Resident Evil 4 graphics booster, but it's PS2 to PS4. For the PS2 version.
Fuck.
Now, Callisto Protocol, with the current update, and all the DLC is fully backported as of 46 minutes ago.
oh wow, they finally did that one.
Well, the DLC just came out, like, I think yesterday. Or
Right,
the day
but the
before.
game was backported a while ago.
Yeah, it was.
But
I
now
remember you
all the
told me, like, right after
DLC
it
from
came out.
yesterday, like you said, was just backported.
Well, that's good.
Fucking dickhead. Put Resident Evil for PS2. Shut the fuck up with that.
Damn.
Okay.
That was a close call.
I got a couple of, hang on, I got a couple more here. No. So far, nothing. You know, like an hour after we hang up, the fucking thing's gonna get put out. Stuff like this always happens. Well, thank you for the Shrek mod, because I'm totally fucking doing
That was funny as hell.
I'm gonna download that shit and do it next time I play. You know what? Bookmark this. Just in case. Okay, perfect. Alright, well, we're gonna run. I want to thank you all for watching. It was fun.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you
fun
guys.
show.
Thanks.
Great show. And that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Sounds good, guys. Have
Bye.
a good one.
Oh, you too.
Goodbye.
Bye. Suckers. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of here. Everyone take care, stay safe. I'm going to bed. I think you guys should do the same thing. And just have a good one. See you later. Thank you. I'll catch you guys